Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of their everyday financing offers. Lowe's knows home improvement, subject to credit approval.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Heat, in the midst of an ugly 7-game losing streak, will try to snap out of it tonight. They host Sacramento. In college hoops last night, Hurricanes came up short, falling to NC State. Panthers enjoying time off. It's the All-Star break. They hit the break on a 4-game winning streak. Chiefs and 49ers preparing for the Super Bowl a week from Sunday. Tickets for the game in Vegas going for more than $8,000. DraftKings managed the Chiefs as 2-point underdogs. I'm Matt McCoy.
The superbly versatile all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz. It's impressively techy and surprisingly roomy, with available seating for up to 7. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at MBUSA.com/EQB.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for 2.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse.
Yes.
Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse. Top floor. Got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings. Marble floor. And my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
Turn it up, Captain.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Well, it is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We are live right now. A little detained this morning. We had a big meeting about cold cuts.
Detained by the cops. Go ahead.
Oh, again? Wow. I was going to go there.
You're detained.
I thought we weren't supposed to say anything about that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we weren't?
It's a show. I'm kidding. It's a show.
It's a show. That, yeah. But we are here now live thanks to, I guess, the local police. Want to thank
yeah, thank you for letting us go. We appreciate it.
To the local 5-0.
Yes,
thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Letting Franny off the hook. Again.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a crew thing. You guys were locked up with me.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Can I take the handcuffs off now?
I mean, it's up to you.
I don't know. I kind of like them.
Yep,
the fuzzy ones.
Take them home to your wife.
I didn't realize I actually had them.
I am Greek.
Yes, you are.
Jimmy is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
It's going to be FF today, Fast and Furious. We're going to get into a lot of different things. At 11:45, you're going to get a chance to win tickets to the Honda Classic, which is now
the Cognizant Classic.
Get used to that when we're live.
Yep. And by getting used to that, that means me saying Cognizant Classic and Greek still calling it the Honda Classic.
Yes, when we're live.
Pretty much. Yep. Mm-hmm. Some things don't change.
Mm-hmm.
We will also have your chance. You'll have fun facts, and you're going to get a chance. We're going to do the Super Bowl trivia again question today, day 3, for the 75-inch TV from Monroe's. So without further ado, let's get into a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Tom Brady is speaking about Greg Olson, who he is replacing on Fox TV. He just said he is a great person, he does a great job, and he's excited about the new challenge for Fox, not about the $25 million a year. He said that doesn't matter, but he's so excited to be the number one. I don't know how Brady is going to do in the booth. We'll see. I haven't heard him at all, even commented. I've heard him a lot this year be critical toward the play, that he said it was mediocre, and if he was playing this year, he would have broke every one of his own records, and about some of the coaching. That I've heard him say on social media, but I never heard him in the booth. I don't think many people have, so we'll see. Jimmy, how do you think Brady will do?
I think he'll be fine. You know, he's got some acting chops on him, and so he's not afraid of the microphone. He's been in it many times, and he speaks very well. I think he'll be fine.
And he makes a good appearance. Yeah. He's easy on the ice. The Chargers did get Jim Harbaugh, and supposedly the deal's worth $16 million a season. That's what they got him for. That's the reports are floating around. 5 years, $16 million. Last night, if you didn't have the Knicks, what is wrong with you? It's like not having candy on Halloween. Knicks won again. Best ever January, best franchise month ever in their history, the Knicks. They were 14-2, and they covered last night. Miami Heat, love them, but they're going the wrong direction. The Heat culture is winning and passion and busting their ass every night. They got to win tonight. They've lost 7 in a row. They're playing tonight against the Sacramento Kings. Hopefully they can bounce back, get a win, and put this all behind us. But I know we have a lot of Knicks fans out there, and you guys are doing really, really good since the trade, but they have won it again, so hats off to the Knicks. 14-2 in January. That is unbelievable. And that is your trifecta. You get involved with the show in a couple different ways. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You could text us at Real Radio 47142, or you could email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Did everybody have nice evenings last night?
Yeah, I had a good evening. That I told you guys that there was something, and I know it's going to be, I can't give you a lot of details, but last night I recorded an episode of a reality television show. Okay. And I was used somewhat as let's say a secret shopper is what we'll call it. Okay. So I can't give details. I can't give what the show is because the show, it won't premiere for a few months. But to be part of such a production, this is a show that's been on. This is the 9th season that it's going to be on. Wow. And it was so cool. My girlfriend Virginia and I, we made the trek up to Port St. Lucie to film this show. And it was so cool to see the behind the scenes of how a production like that is. How many hands are on deck? Like what I mean, it was really, really cool. It was very nerve-wracking, but it was cool. I mean, we're probably going to have maybe like five minutes of on-air time, maybe like 5-10, but
that's a lot.
But it was cool, and to meet the actual host of the show, you didn't know what to expect, and just very, very friendly.
Well, you're used to working with big stars.
And I know, so used to it. I was like, this is nothing. Have you met the Greek?
Whatever.
But cool. So I'm so excited to be able, and we can't talk about what the show is going to be or what the show is exactly, but we will get some information when the show will air. And then when we know that, we can talk about it. And I was like, we should have a little watch party. Have people over and do a watch party for
Absolutely.
It. Yeah.
And at some point when you are allowed, we need to have a guessing contest.
Yes.
Of course. I've already got about 8 ideas already in my mind I want to throw out there, but I decided no, I can't.
So it was really, really cool. I'm really excited about this. I was like, I'm going to have my national network television premiere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so super cool. Like you can tell I have a smile on my face. It's a show that I've watched for a long time. So
can we guess?
No.
Is it Most Wanted?
How'd you know? Oh, is it the whole detained by the cops?
I thought I filled with the
Is that what it was?
I'm just thinking.
Wow.
Yes.
Of that.
So very, very cool. And yeah, so the closer we get to it, and when we know we can talk about it, because we've been like texting the lady who hired us in production. We're like, can we talk about it? She's like, yeah. She's like, you guys can kind of, but you can't say what it is. You can mention that
it's perfect for this show.
You can mention you filmed something and that it's going to be coming of the future, but we can't give away too many hints.
And it's the 9th season, so obviously a well-established show.
Yes.
So okay, well, that'll be very interesting. I can't wait till we can at least start guessing, and then, like you say, we'll have a watch party. We'll have a big watch party together.
I'm very excited about it. So,
I have a couple questions.
So that was cool. That happened last night. Yes.
Did they tell you what you could say, or did they give you actual lanes, or could you speak like?
No, we could speak freely. Well, no, not freely. So they told us what they wanted to talk about, but it wasn't scripted.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
So you had a lot of freedom.
Yes, in a way.
Okay. Did they pick out a wardrobe for you or no?
No, they told us.
So you're not on a Masked Singer.
They told us what kind of wardrobe to wear and what colors to wear, what colors not to wear.
Okay.
What patterns not to wear.
Well, there's wardrobe, so it's not porn. All right.
I mean, you always got to start with clothes.
Do you? Do you really?
I mean, yes.
Not mine. What? Who said that?
Do you like porn when they're naked first or when they have clothes on?
Why not just cut right to the chase?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm screwing around here. Just had a meeting about attention span. I have none. Let's get right to it.
Right?
Well, I don't think a lot of people do. I don't think people like to admit that because I think it's sometimes like people say that. Well, you're right, that people don't have a big attention span.
I don't know. Is that a taboo thing that people really deny? I don't know that. I mean, it's pretty much reality. I think we all know by now that, the society in general has a very short attention span.
Yes, we do.
And that's what made TikTok so popular. When it first came out, they were 15-second videos, and then Reels followed, and all the different shorts now, YouTube Shorts. I mean, it's all based on the fact that we have a short attention span.
Which is weird. It's one of those things, right? Yes, we have a short attention span. If it doesn't grasp you from the beginning, you don't sit through it. But then you do have the ones that get you from the beginning. You're like, oh, I want more. Because it did start where it was such a short amount of time you could do. What was it? Vines, remember? It was just like, and then it grew to this. And then Reels was the one that finally was like, oh, you get a minute and a half. And before you didn't get that much time.
Right.
So it's one of those things that, yes, we have a short attention span. People want what they want and they want it now. But there is also the audience that if you give them something really good, they're like, I just want more of it.
Well, and you got to get it out there right in the beginning too. One of the things that I've noticed in a lot of action movies now, when you go to see them, and it's probably in others as well, but that's the most that I've seen, is that boom, within the first 5 minutes, you're in a car chase, you're in some sort of a dilemma, you're in, whether it's superhero has got to fight somebody right away. I mean, right away.
Yep.
They don't establish a character. They don't do much that way. They get you right into the action, and that draws you right in.
Yep.
And I believe that that's part of that strategy, like you say, to suck you in. Even if you are, it's a 2-hour type of a
and I've got sucked into
movie
those.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing that I thought that kind of went away from TikTok was when they started opening up the 3-minute videos, 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, and I even found myself, I won't lie, too long, and it didn't draw me right in, too long, so. Again, part of that strategy. Want to give away a prize?
Yes.
Speaking of something that it will just draw you right in, we have a pair of one-day passes to the 2024 Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Yes, this is our local golf outing that's happening February 26th through March 3rd on the concourse at PGA National Resort. Rory's going to be there. Richie Fowler's going to be there. Of course, a lot of other PGA greats. You want to go to it? We have a pair of one-day passes to the Cognizant Classic. Give us a call right now, 877-927-6969. We're going to play a little game called Who's Most Likely To, and that's where Franny reads a scenario. We vote amongst ourselves, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to fit that scenario, and you have to guess who we voted for. So get in the mind of the Penthouse. I see we got some people already calling in. I'm going to get them lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
Thank you, Jimmy. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. When people said that to me personally, short attention span, I took it as, I have to work on something. Personally, when I said, like people say, oh, you lose Greek right away or he gets bored or stuff like that. So it's
true.
Yeah.
These are facts.
So I guess I have to work on that. And you being my friend.
These are facts. Well, what I tell people, I was like, you have to involve him. You have to make it about him. And then he's all ears.
Oh, well, see, then that's very, very.
Time.
Oh, man, I don't buy that. That's so untrue.
No? Yeah? No? If you make it about you, you're not more interested in the conversation?
Well, usually.
Yes, exactly.
877-927-6969. I've always said, if you got a better topic, bring it up.
I know. And to you, I don't know if there's any other better topic than you.
Did you miss me yesterday after 2? Not really. We're going to have some fun facts after this. And then again, our Super Bowl question, 75 inches TV we're giving away thanks to Monroe's. I'm out every single night. And last night I had a lot of people come up to me and say to me, my God, these questions are so hard.
It's a 75-inch TV. This is a big deal.
I said that. And my friends and people I know, and I'm saying 10, 15 people.
And they are at random. Like the first one, what was it? How many what team was in the Super Bowl the most that had no lead or something like that was the first one you had?
I had what Super Bowl team was in a Super Bowl four times, but never had a lead in a game?
Okay, that was one. And what was the answer to that?
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings. And then yesterday was what is the Lombardi? Who makes the Lombardi trophy? And
you knew that?
Yes, because I've heard you say this a lot of times.
Well, yeah. And I people last night were like, I didn't know. I said, Francis knew.
I mean, that doesn't make a difference, but I'm around you a lot, so and you've mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, we've talked about it. We've
researched
it.
I wouldn't have known if it hadn't been a conversation.
The reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people came up to me last night, and I'm going to say between 10 and 15, and I was at 3 different places. And because of that, today's questions are going to be harder.
Perfect.
So
good luck.
You
out
screwed
there.
everybody else.
Yep.
Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready. We're starting today's contest for a pair of one-day passes to the Cognizant Classic with Juan. Juan, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Juan. Are you a big fan of golf?
I like to watch it, yeah.
All right, well, if you win, you're gonna go. So that's what you're
excellent.
doing.
Yeah, you're not actually gonna play, so that's good that you like to watch it.
Yes.
Great job, Juan. Now, Juan, this is how this game works. Franny's gonna read a scenario. You just hold off for a second. The three of us are gonna vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario: Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy. And then you have to guess who we voted for. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
And not to say that any of us would match these things, but who do you think we would vote for? Okay, so I'm going to ask the question. Just give us a moment to place our votes. And then hopefully one will get you to the Cognizant Classic. So out of the three of us, Greek, Jimmy, or Franny, who is most likely to wear socks with sandals?
All right, we have our answer. Out of the three of us, Juan, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to wear socks with sandals?
Let's say Greek.
Actually, we chose myself for that one,
Yes.
Jimmy.
Greek is a fashionista here. He would never
wear socks and sandals. And then Franny as well. I really wouldn't
don't think you would either.
But it's, I guess, out of the three of us, probably most likely that would have been me. Sorry about that, Juan. Next up, we have Brian on the line. Brian, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hello, good afternoon, guys.
Hi, Brian.
I had that one.
How are you today, Brian?
I'm doing great, Greek. Thanks to you.
Well, you know what? You sound like you're doing great, and you sound like you're full of blank and blank, so I'm excited about that. Do you like golf?
Yeah, I used to have an 8 handicap.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
That's fantastic.
Maybe we can get you in the tournament.
Yeah, maybe we can bet on you.
Not just watching it. All right, Juan. Or Brian, let's see if we can get you set up with a pair of one-day passes to the Cognizant Classic. Franny's going to read another scenario. We're going to vote, and then you got to guess who we voted for. All right, buddy?
All right, Brian, just give us a moment to place our votes. And you said you got that first one, or you would have, so hopefully you get this one. So out of Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to win a staring contest?
All right, we have our answer. Brian, out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to win a staring contest?
Oh, geez. You had to give me this one. I'm going to say, because of Francis's disposition, I got to pick her.
Nice job.
You are
That's
correct.
who we picked.
I am great at a staring game. I will keep my eyes open until those things are like the desert.
All right. I got
You
my
ready?
eye
Ready?
on
1,
you.
2, 3.
I got my eye on you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, great job, Brian. Now, if you would, hang tight for a couple minutes. When we go to break, I'm going to get back on the line with you off air, and we'll get you set up with those passes. Okay, bud?
Fantastic. Great show, guys. Love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and have a good time at the
Yes.
Cognizant Classic.
Yes. And tomorrow, Thursday, we have a pair of one-day passes to Sunfest. We made that announcement about the lineup yesterday. It was announced to everybody, 10 o'clock. We broke it to you. You got Shaggy, Nelly, Cole Swindell, Revolution, Third Eye Blind, just to name a few. And that is happening May 3rd through the 5th. Right there, the beautiful waterfront, downtown West Palm Beach. So that is going to be our giveaway tomorrow. As I always mention, do yourself a favor. If you can't call in, or maybe you're not the one who wins, realradio921.com/contest. Get there, because all the stuff we give away on air typically is there, and just sign up for everything.
Yeah, you got a great opportunity, guys. Jimmy, thank you for your help with the contest. Great job, as always. We are live right now. If you heard us this morning, we were in a big meeting. And so just let you know, today is Wednesday, and we are here. So if you're tuning in for the first time, I am Greek. Jimmy, obviously, is here. And Francis, you guys can get involved with the show. We told you a couple different ways. And it's going to be business as usual for us. After we get back, we'll do the fun facts. And then we're going to have our contest for the 75-inch flat screen TV. Sponsored by Monroe's. It is Super Bowl trivia, and that will continue on as we speak. How long do you think the average person, and where do you guys think you are with this when I give you the time, spends on their cell phone?
The average person spends on their cell a day?
Yeah.
Say the average person spends 3 hours a day.
I was going to go like 4 hours a day.
And it depends on what you want to say as being on it. Because I have podcasts, I have iHeart, the iHeart app playing, while I'm driving.
I don't do my show prep on my phone now.
Yeah,
I do it on a computer.
Yeah, and stuff for work. See, work-related stuff. I mean, if that all counts, all right. So if that all counts, and
Social media,
I got to be
TikTok holes
6-7 hours a day then.
Okay. What about your friend?
I say 4 hours.
This is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Average person is on their phone.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time still. When you think about it, you sleep 8 hours, and how about
you didn't say yours. What would you say yours is?
I would say it's a little over that.
Super high.
I would say about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But you do everything on your phone. I mean, your phone is, which to a lot of people is their computer, but, I know Jimmy and I utilize computers when we're here, and that is yours.
Yeah.
That's what you use all the time for work.
So I would say mine was more.
Plus, you use it for what it's supposed to be. A telephone.
to chit-chat.
You're like the only person I know of that uses their cell phone to be a phone.
Oh, my goodness. I had a 27-minute conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day. And, God, I felt like it was so long, but I know people do that on the daily. Yep. To me, I was like, wow, I have not had a phone call that long. And I know some people who they'll pick up the phone and call a friend they haven't talked to them for hours.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I looked up the amount of time and I was like, wow. I was like, I must really like that person. I was kidding. No, but to me, it was a long conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
I keep it very brief.
With the phones now, is you could always check, too. You can go back and say, how long was the conversation? You'll see it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, years ago, you never had that, so you might not realize
And your phone will tell you, right? It tells you about your screen time.
Yeah.
And I was impressed on Sunday. I got my screen time for the week, and you said your screen time was down 19%. I was like, oh, good for you. But it does, and most of the time it's up. But I never look at the numbers because it will break it down for you.
Yeah.
I just look at the percentage of what it is.
It does, yeah. And mine with sports, once like basketball season will end, it'll drop with screen time. I see that on Sundays. That it drops down because I'm not looking as much, checking scores, different things like that. But yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes, that's the average. So I think most people, like I said, that sounds like a good number that people are on. And don't forget, and then you're working 8 hours too, most people, during the week. And you might be on your phone or not, but I thought that was about average.
See, I always wondered with those surveys is, how do they break that down? I'd love to see the parameters on that. Because I don't spend a lot of time on my phone. It's not work related. It's not something, I don't talk on the phone as physically that much, a tremendous amount. I kind of get into maybe the shorts or the TikTok, reel a little bit of, maybe an hour at night, maybe now I used to do a lot more, but I've really cut that back. Listening to podcasts, technically it's on my phone, so I count that as phone time, but I'm not really on my phone, right? And that's why I like to see what that breakdown of talking or texting or, FaceTime, or screen time, as you say, that is.
I thought of it when I see it all the time that it's everything. To me.
Right.
That's what
Well, no, that's what they do, right? But I'd love to see what that breakdown.
Yeah, of course.
Work versus pleasure. I think that makes a big difference, because, I mean, it's our computer. It's a walking computer now, or a portable, I should say, portable computer. And people use it for work so much.
Yeah.
That if you average that in, well, of course, we never counted being on a PC at work before as screen time or phone time. Now, kind of, we are.
Everything changes. I mean, even they talk about fantasy football now. Everything's done on your phone. You know what I mean? Years ago, they used to have this, the big table. Another thing that's done on your phones now is pools for the Super Bowl. Remember, you would go into a place and they would have the box, and you had a little box.
And again, that's why I say it's a portable computer because you're using it as a computer for all of that
aspects.
stuff that it used to be separate.
Yes, you used to have to sign
Banking.
hard copies and file in banking, and now everything's e-signatures.
Yeah.
It's
You buy a house, it's on your
different
phone.
time. Very, very true.
Can be.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff can be. Yeah, sure.
It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Again, we are live right now. If you checked in with us this morning, we had a big meeting, and it was about sparrows and,
the
roosters.
stuff that iHeart does.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Sparrows and roosters.
So we're going to come back and do fun facts and another question about the Super Bowl. We'll be back. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue.
You asked for it, you got it. You like that?
We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. It's playoff season. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some playoff tickets, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in red zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Looking pretty good along your expressways. 95 and the Turnpike are flowing freely, accident-free as well. Dealing with this construction here, that'll be on Okeechobee Boulevard eastbound before Flagler Drive, blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. Seafood, bakery, prepared food, fruits and vegetables, meats, deli, and pizza. It's all under one roof. And if you got any catering in the future, let Joseph's handle it for you. You'll be a star. Locations: Delray, Boca, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. At Joseph's, their goal is to bring their family feel directly to your table. Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. Pets!
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco-Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible. So Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Seminole Casino Coconut Creek is your local gaming destination featuring over 2,000 slot machines, more than 80 live table games, plus 30 tables of live poker. Introducing a new era in gaming with live craps and roulette. Prefer smoke-free? Visit the Smoke-Free Pavilion, full of more slots, live table games, and easy access from the west parking lot. Enjoy NYY steak and our other dining options. Experience live entertainment throughout the week at Sunset Grill, Nectar, and Soundbar. Visit CasinoCoco.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of their everyday financing offers. Lowe's knows home improvement, subject to credit approval.
In Florida, hurricanes are a part of life. Our Category 5 storm catcher screens, shutters, and high-impact windows will help protect your home from hurricane winds, rain, and airborne debris. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to Real Radio. It is 92, what is it, 1? Yeah, 92.1. Real Radio, real talk for the Palm Beaches. Every day I find out things I should work on, but there's only so much time in a day. Franny just gave me another thing I got to work on because of my mistakes. I'll get into it in 1 second. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Franny's here.
Hello, hello.
And there's a gentleman that we work with. We won't say his name, but I don't know his name. So Franny's like, you don't even know his name.
Oh, my God. He was saying something about he doesn't know this. I was like, you don't even know how to say his name right.
But I know who he is.
I mean, I know you're not surprised, Jimmy,
and,
but
they're just lucky he knows who he is, right?
Because he was like so-and-so, and he says his name, and I'm like, that's not even his name.
Oh, it's close enough. But there are things I got to work on.
Oh, my God.
I'm a work in progress.
It was really good, though, because you were trying to call him out, and I was like, hold on a second.
I can still call him out about something he should know.
Of course, you can do whatever you want, Jimmy.
It's his job.
But you should know his name? Is that how that
No,
works?
I guess not.
Okay.
You should not know his name.
All right, just...
In my defense, I knew his first name.
It's true. I know. It's very, very true.
Taking a bow.
Of course you are.
It's time for some fun facts.
It's Franny's Fun Facts.
All righty. Today, even though they are not today, is, because, I like to base my fun facts around holidays, is actually Grammy Awards Day. Did you know that? It is National Grammy Awards Day. On top of that, it's Gorilla Suit Day. So if you have a gorilla suit, bust that out.
Well,
It's
now I know what my wife's got to look forward to tonight.
it's National Hot Chocolate Day. What a nice day for hot chocolate. It's nice and chilly out. Make yourself some hot chocolate. It's Backwards Day, so reverse your actions and see how fun and interesting it can be.
I got the guy's name right.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, some little fun facts about the Grammy Awards. It's some trivia you may or may not know, but you probably can brain this out on your own by looking at the trophy the Grammy Awards recipients get. But the Grammy Awards are named after the
Grammys?
Graham crackers?
Victrola?
It's the gramophone. Yes, basically. They were originally called the Gramophone Awards.
Good thing
which
they
doesn't
changed-
sound,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound as good.
Yeah,
Doesn't
not
roll
as
off the
classy.
tongue, you know?
No,
Like
no,
Greek.
no.
Yeah. We changing the name?
For the first Grammy Awards, 1958, there were only 28 categories. 2023, when that happened, Grammy Awards had 91. So lots more categories.
One thing people don't realize about the Grammys and even the Oscars is that, most of the show we don't see. Like, they don't go over 91, things. They only go over the ones that they feel people, have
Same
some-
thing with Oscars
Yeah.
and Golden, all those.
We don't have enough time.
Yeah. It'll be 45
We
hours.
barely have
Nobody watches them as
3-4
it
hours
is.
as it is.
Yes.
People don't want to sit through.
In order to vote for or nominate Grammy Award winners, you have to pay dues. Otherwise, you're not considered in good standing and you don't get to vote.
So it's kickback, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like everything else. It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You got to buy those stars. It's like, what, $25,000 you have to put up.
Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, you're right.
They're only given a certain amount per ring, and then the rest they have to pay for.
Now, I don't know who pays for that. Is it the team or the players?
Wouldn't you think that the team picks up that cost?
I would think.
I would, too.
Yeah, I don't think they go to the players and say, hey, it's X.
Not that they can't afford it.
No. Because I think there'd be a lot of guys just like a work function be like, I don't want this. I don't want to pay extra. If it's,
Right.
I think I remember reading even last year it was like $115,000 they give for the ring.
And then anything above that of whatever it
the
costs. Now,
team paid.
and I also would think that because like the everybody is eligible for one. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, or Franny, you, and even a lot of people out there that are listening. I'm sure you know as well that the staff, all the coaches. Well, they don't all make millions and millions of dollars. So I'm sure that the team would pick it up, but I don't know that for sure.
All the people in the offices.
Yeah,
Like, I bet
everybody.
you, I would guess on a football team, I'm guessing 250 rings.
Yeah. I would guess that too. Yeah.
I mean, everybody, all the coaches, the people on the B squads, they have a taxi squad gets them, the 53 players, the coaches right there. That's almost like 80 guys.
Sure.
And then you got everybody who works, the trainers, coaches. It's a lot. I would guess about
Sorry,
200.
Franny.
Yeah, back to Grammy fun
Yeah,
facts.
I'm sorry, Franny.
Next up, we have
Oh, were you doing something?
Oh, yes, it was. Hello.
Who cares?
Yep. Greek Zone from 2 to 3. Only 3 artists have ever won the Big 4 Grammy Awards. Billie Eilish, Adele, and Christopher Cross. The awards were Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist.
Oh, Best New Artist. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Only 2 people have swept all 4 of the Big 4 in the single year. Do you want to guess out of the 3 I gave you? So you just have to take out one.
I'm sorry. Who'd you say? Because I would first
So the
name
3
comes to me
artists
is
that won-
Drake, but
Well, no. So the 3 artists I named won the Big 4: Billie Eilish, Adele, Christopher Cross. 2 of those swept.
Adele, be my guess.
Christopher Cross?
So the 2 were Billie Eilish and Christopher Cross.
Oh wow, no kidding.
And I'm shocked it's not Taylor Swift.
In 1981. Yep.
Because she has a lot of Grammys.
Yeah, and Adele, she went home that one year. She had 2 armfuls.
Yeah.
The only person who ever won and refused to accept a Grammy Award. Do you want to guess? Do you know? It's a female.
She refused Sinead O'Connor?
You are correct.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The first televised Grammy Awards, live, shall I say, was 1971.
Wow.
Yep. The red carpet used at the Grammys is 500 by 80 feet. The 3 U.S. presidents have won Grammy Awards. Jimmy Carter won 3 times. Barack Obama won twice. And Bill Clinton also won one of them. And then I do not know his name, but I'm just going to give him kudos because I do know his name. I don't know who he is. Excuse me. This person has won the most Grammy Awards. Maybe you know who this is, G-Man, with 31 trophies. George Solti? Does that ring a bell? It's Georg Solti has won the most Grammy Awards at 31 trophies.
I thought Drake won a ton.
Composer, maybe? Something
Possibly.
like
yeah,
that, right? A writer.
Yeah. Possibly. And then what band got stripped for their Grammy Awards in 1989?
Willie Vanilli?
Milli Vanilli. Willie Vanilli.
Willie Vanilli for 200, please.
It was
I was close.
It was Milli Vanilli, and there you go.
Oh,
for
my
your
God.
Grammy Award fun facts.
Those guys all
Just
get
like
in
sex. I was close.
Yes.
Hey, better be close to sex than never have it. Those guys should like it end up in jail.
Girl, yeah, but now everybody is lip syncing and AIing and doing all this
Isn't
stuff.
that amazing?
And they're probably like, son of a bitch.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Really, seriously.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've seen that as a joking meme, but it's really not a joke.
Yep.
Now, was it, and maybe you guys know in the audience, was it that they were lip syncing?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't their voice.
Oh, it wasn't even their voice.
No,
Because
it
that's
wasn't.
different than lip syncing.
Well, they were lip singing on top of but not their voice. But
Yeah.
yes, it was not even their voice.
So I think to me
Voices.
that's worse. Because
I
you
do-
use
Oh,
somebody
sure.
Because
I
lip
gotta-
singing in a concert, it's one thing. At least it's
Well,
you.
Unless they got credit for it, which, the person got paid for it,
Oh, yeah, they did at the
whoever's voice it was.
I'm
you know,
sure
but-
they did, and I'm curious because we never. When the scandal came out, they were looking into it. I could not tell you or even imagine a face of who was behind the Milli Vanilli voices.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good piece of trivia for you.
Right?
It was a big scam. I mean, it worked all the way up to the top where they got Grammys.
Oh, I love them. Girl, you know it's true. All right, there we go. I'm done with my fun facts.
But that wasn't even that. Was that Willie or Vanilli?
I don't know.
All right, here
was
we
Billy.
go. It was Billy. We're going to get to our big game giveaway. Thank you to everybody in the Penthouse, Jimmy and Francis, and Monroe's of Palm Beach. This is something we want to do to the audience because we appreciate you guys listening to us every single day. It's a 75-inch TV that you will pick up on February 9th. Jimmy and I discussed this morning. We will announce the winner on the 8th. Okay, we're going to do two on Saturday on the locker room. It'll still be 10 people. So we're ready. Well, 10 people will have the opportunity. We already have done 2. Today is day 3. So you want to call us right now, 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Jimmy will get you on, and then we will start today's trivia. And the phone lines are open, banging up already. And it's like one of the Kardashians on a Friday night with an NBA players. Everybody's calling, which we appreciate. You guys should call. And we do want to thank you for listening to Real Radio. It's our way of always thanking you guys. So 877-927-6969. It is going to be, again, a trivia question. And I think you guys, I have faith today you're going to get it. I really do.
Okay.
I was out last night and people were complaining to me, saying, Greek, they're too hard. What do you think it's you?
We got to keep them even though as far as difficulty, because then the first 2 people are like, damn it. Yes.
That damn it, my God. And we weren't here the first hour and a half because we had a big meeting. We had at 10. And so if you
We
are
were
listening,
detained,
if you are
Chief
listening
said.
now and maybe you didn't listen, you listened earlier, said, oh, it's a rerun. No, we're live right now. And I wanted to tell you. And it was a big meeting with management. We got a lot out of it, obviously. So, we want to thank management for taking their time. They also brought us bagels, which was very nice, and lunch. So if you took both, they're going to take money out of your check, not both.
Oh, wow. All right. Don't touch it then.
So if you want bagels or if you had bagels and lunch, Carmine from Wild 95.5 said something about one of the managers. So I went up to the manager after the meeting and I said, Carmine, why don't you tell him what you told me? Carmine, who got very nervous, said, I didn't say that, Greek. I didn't say that.
Always trying to chuck people under that bus.
Especially Carmine.
Yep.
Carmine and Megan, I throw on their bus a lot. But anyway, I was being honest, so he got nails. I'm happy. Jimmy, are we ready?
Just them?
I don't have time for him.
All right, yes, we have a contestant lined up for Super Bowl trivia, getting in the running for a 75-inch big flat screen TV. Welcome, Mike, to the Penthouse. Mike, welcome to the show. How are you today, bud?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
We're doing good. Are you a football fan?
I am.
Who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
The Miami Dolphins.
Wow, that's great. You're right on.
Nice.
Me too.
That was
Me
a good.
too.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I tell you what. Talk about a little side swing.
All right, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Jimmy, you ready with the clock?
Yep, I am ready with the clock. And let's get a little music going here. A little CBS music going. All right, Mike. Greek is going to read you a Super Bowl question. This is all related to the Super Bowl. And I am, as soon as he's done reading the question, I am going to start a timer of 5 seconds. You only have 5 seconds to answer it. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, whenever you're ready, Greek.
Okay, listen carefully. Which two starting quarterbacks won Super Bowls with two different teams? It could be only one you have to give me. Name a quarterback that won with two different teams.
Tom Brady.
You are correct.
There you go. All right. And that is a winner.
There we go.
Chicken dinner. All right. Mike is in the running. We finally got a winner. And that's one out of the group. Now, Mike, you want to root against everybody else that calls up to try to win this, because then you'll be the instant winner. Your name is going to be put into a hat with anybody else that answers correctly over the course of the next week and a half or so. And we're picking a name on the 8th, correct?
Yes.
All right. On February 8th, we're going to pick a winner. Franny's going to pick a name out of a hat. And then if you're the winner, we'll give you a call. All right, bub?
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
You gonna tell him to stay on, right?
I already have his info. So
sorry.
I already got your info, Mike. So thank you very much for calling, and great job today.
Excellent. I love the show. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Take care, Mike.
Congrats.
All right, so we got one. 1 out of 10 so far. I mean, 1 out of 3 so far. We'll continue this tomorrow and Friday. 75-inch flat screen TV for the big game. Thank you, Monroe's of Palm Beach.
Let's see. Real quick, I will answer Joe Montana. Did he win two with two different teams?
No,
but he played for two different teams. Okay.
He
won with
played,
San Fran, but he didn't win with Kansas City.
Yeah, he got to the AFC Championship.
But they did win. Okay.
The other
so
answer
I would have been wrong.
What was the other answer?
Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking that, but I just didn't want to sound silly.
He won. You're never silly. Okay. No answer is silly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. With Denver, and then, of course,
Colts.
the Colts for he won one with the Colts, right?
Yes, he did.
And then one with the Broncos. Those are his two. Yeah, because his nemesis was up there in New England.
Oh, yeah. That's why he lost
the one that, obviously, that Mike just answered correctly with.
Yeah. They had one thing with Brady I thought was funny when somebody asked him on Q&A if the NFL was scripted. So Brady, and it seems to me to be a real answer. He goes, "Do you think I would script a Super Bowl where Eli Manning beats me?" Eli, I thought it was pretty funny because that's just so the narrative that I've heard so much this year that I never heard a lot of before. But again, they said it was going to be the Ravens and the Niners, and it's not. So for all you people who think the NFL is scripted and it's fixed and all that, it may be. We'll never know.
Well, they're still saying it.
Yeah, but at least it's not the Ravens and the Niners. So at least it's not that. Jimmy, who do we have?
We have Jason on the line. Jason, welcome to the Penthouse. What's going on, bub?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good,
Excellent.
Jason. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
What's happening?
No, just seeing about the contest. Did I miss?
Oh, you missed the contest.
We have a winner.
We just did it.
Yep, we already have a contestant and a winner. But thank you for trying. We will be doing it again tomorrow, right around the same time, 10 or so after the top of the hour at noon.
That sounds great.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, buddy.
We appreciate you listening. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47. What is it? 471?
47142. You're close.
All right, cool.
Getting there. Yep.
And Jimmy at realradio921.com. Sorry, I went blank for a minute.
It's all right. It happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
When you got a small mind, you got a lot on your mind. You're like, man, this has definitely happened. We already talked about cell phones today. How long do you spend on them? The average is 3 hours and 15 minutes. If you're above that, let us know. And maybe you don't want to admit it. You might be like, man, I'm not on it. But if you're on about 3 hours and 15 minutes or 4 hours, that's just a normal thing for most people. And again, I could even have been small. I mean, there'd be some people that are on it a lot more.
And speaking of your cell phones, I don't know why this is necessary, but it looks like that they are coming out with 118 more emojis for your cell phone. The iOS 17.4 update has added more emojis than you never even knew you needed. You may not even need them.
You don't. I've seen them. You don't.
Do you think it's bad when somebody says your emoji and you don't know what it means?
Yeah, I think you can ask. Like, what did you mean by this?
Oh,
so
yeah,
it was
okay.
So we were talking.
There's a lot. I have no idea what they mean.
Yeah, and even sometimes you can send something and it means something to you, but not to somebody else. So we were having a discussion, and it was with a family member, and she plays sports in school, and so. She wanted to do conditioning for a new sport she's going to try out. And then, and so she texts her other coach to see if it was okay if she went to conditioning and missed practice for another sport she's doing. Because the season's almost over and she's doing really well and whatever. So she texts the coach that she had an actual practice with. And she said, hey, I want to try out for the sport. There's conditioning today and da-da-da. Is it okay if I go to that instead? And all the coach sent her was a heart emoji.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I love the idea.
you would take that as, okay, right, great, heart it, fine. And so that's how she took it.
Okay.
Misunderstood. So then when she goes to the actual game, because she missed practice, normally she's a starter and she's badass. And so she goes there and he took her out of the game.
Because she went?
Because she wasn't there during practice.
I have a question.
Yes.
What color was the heart?
It was just a normal red heart.
Okay.
Like heart.
Okay.
Well, I think, you know what it was? I think it was when you heart. You know how, I don't know, I don't think it's the same on Androids, but you can you double tap on the message and it can heart.
It's sort of like liking it, and
but
it gives it a heart. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would have thought that meant yes.
Yeah.
To me.
Me too. I would have taken it that way, and that's the thing, that sometimes maybe you need to explain yourself more. Or even though you shouldn't be like that, if they double tap a heart, be like, so is this a yes? Are you okay with it? Because, then she went to her game, and he took her out of the game until they started losing, and then the last quarter, he put her back in the game.
But did he say to her, because you didn't come?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because you weren't in practice, he took her out of the game.
Did she say to him, like, well, I got a heart?
She's a sweetheart of a kid, and she did not want any confrontation. And as I mentioned,
I'm just
the last few minutes of the game, he put her in, and they were losing by a lot. They only ended up losing by 4 because she's a beast at defense in basketball.
Wow.
So
she said, I don't want to go in.
He should have had her the whole time in the game. They would have won the game. But yeah, and that was one of those things. Sometimes you just have to ask, even though you would assume this means like, hey, he's cool with it, or somebody's cool with it. Sometimes maybe it doesn't mean that. I don't know.
What does this sun mean with all the hearts around it?
Sun with the hearts around it. I've never seen
Or a smiley face with all the hearts around it.
That's like that you care. That's typically like you care.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It
or like
doesn't
an
mean I
aw.
want
It's like an aw.
It doesn't
kind
mean
of
I
thing.
want to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
familiar
the
with
heart
that.
kind of, or the face is kind of blushing, and then you get the hearts all around it. So it's just like, oh, that's.
It doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. You don't have to pay me.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Which emoji is that?
Huh?
Which emoji is that?
What do you mean?
That
What is it called?
that means that you want to have sex with me and not
Jeez.
pay.
I think it's multiple emojis.
Is that?
Yeah.
So I'm
think
gonna
it
need
goes,
the eggplant.
It goes eggplant,
the
dollar
drops.
sign, and then the X.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're not paying when you put the money and then the X. That's how it goes.
I've never gone that one.
Oh yeah, I wonder
Yes. You got to create sentences. with that
Actually,
one.
the eggplant is just one particular body part.
It's
correct?
true. All right. So egg. I'm not. I don't
Right,
know. I don't know.
eggplant,
What do you
got
put
the-
that with?
Then you got to have the
Pineapple?
What are the drops?
Yes,
the 3
drops. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. But
What are
that's
the
still,
3
you're still missing another part of the sex. But like yeah.
Yeah.
but
So
you're-
what's the
I don't know.
JJ?
I don't know. I don't know if we ever knew what the vajay. We know what the butt is. The peach.
Yeah, that's
the peach
true.
is a booty.
All
What
right,
does the
so-
3 drops mean?
Yeah, that. Yeah. Right, and right there too.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh.
Right on the face.
Read between the lines, kids. Read between the lines.
Man, that's bad because I thought it was something else.
No, well, no, the drops that come right after the eggplant. Get it?
Yeah, but I mean, if you just get the drops, I thought it was like a gang. You're in a gang or something.
Yeah, that's it.
That's if you get
Bang.
teardrop
Gang,
tattooed
bang.
on your face. That means you've killed somebody and you're in a gang and they get teardrops on their faces.
I got this from my mailman, so I don't know what it is.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Where's he been? San Quentin?
Oh, yeah. So 118
Rikers.
emojis. Just look them up. All right. There you go.
It is the Penthouse. We're back live, in case you can't tell. Jimmy, myself, Greg, and Francis. It is the Penthouse.
I'm half dead.
And we're going to come back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Foreigner in a strange land. That makes sense. Stranger in a strange land. That's the saying.
The follow-up is foreigner in a strange land. It's like they're very similar things.
You sound like we don't like foreigners in our strange land.
The news News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. What do you need for the big game?
Peanuts?
A big TV, of course.
Oh, yeah, that.
And our friends from Monroe's of Palm Beach are giving you the chance to see the big game on a big screen. How big? How about 75 inches of big screen TV?
Whoa.
Listen for the cue to call to play big game trivia, and if you answer correctly, you'll be in the running for a massive 75-inch TV just in time for the biggest game of the year. Special thanks to Monroe's of Palm Beach and Real Radio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 and the Turnpike up to speed along the Palm Beaches. We do have an accident in Wellington. Look out for a delay. Forest Hill Boulevard right at 441. That's traffic. I'm doing East.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Start your year by taking care of one of your biggest investments, your vehicle. Drive into any Palm Beach County area Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality Valvoline oil change without leaving your car. Go to VIOC.com to find a convenient location near you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, where the beautiful ladies are 7 days a week and a 5-star menu. And Sunday night, stop in 8 to 10. Bottomless mimosas and the beautiful ladies. And what's a better way to kick off a week to be at Monroe's on Sunday night? And for the big game, make your reservations today. It's the best place in the world to watch a big game with beautiful ladies, great menu, and you might be the winner of the game. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Make sure you stop in 7 days a week, open at 5 a.m. The best views in the house are the ladies of Monroe's. Peace.
Rev up your automotive care with Amazon. For DIY projects and regular vehicle maintenance, Amazon Automotive makes finding the right parts for your car easy. You can use your garage to easily view, manage, and use the automotive parts finder to find parts for your saved vehicles. Just add your vehicle's details to your Amazon garage. Then shop with confidence using Amazon's part finder to explore compatible parts and accessories and receive customized recommendations. Get started today at Amazon.com.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, savvy, staying ahead of the market at every turn, finding ways to do more with less, and taking advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. That's why Comcast Business is introducing the Small Business Bonus. For a limited time, you can get up to a $1,000 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle when you switch to Comcast Business, the company with the largest, fastest, reliable network. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call or go online to learn about the $1,000 bonus today.
Give your business a head start in 2024. Get started with internet and security for $49 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add one unlimited mobile line. Call or go online to switch today. Ends 2/21/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 100 megabits per second internet and security edge. EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In office, West Palm Beach.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at gawon'twait.com. That's gawon'twait.com.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well. Low humidity, temperatures in the mid-70s out there. We're at where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of their everyday financing offers. Lowe's knows home improvement, subject to credit approval.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. WWGD will give you some directions and advice on certain situations you guys emailed Jimmy with. I am the Greek. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
Is this today the last day for Dry January?
Yeah, sure is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So 12 o'clock, a lot of people are going to be popping it?
Wasted.
Yeah. And some that didn't even participate will be too.
Oh, my God. Okay, so 47142, I love this message we got on our text line. So we were not on the first couple hours because we had meetings. We have some very important bosses in house today, and they brought us bagels and even some subs and stuff like that. And I love Liz. So Liz dropped off some goodies yesterday.
Oh God!
And we'll just read this text.
That was good timing. That's what I like about that.
We'll just read this text. It says, "Let me guess that Greek handed out bagels at this morning's meeting like he was a kingpin boss that bought them." And that's from Liz. Thank you, Liz, for the goodies you brought yesterday.
Thank you, Liz. I just want to let you know one thing. I've been out with management many times, and it never went into their pocket.
That is not the point.
Oh, it is.
The point is that
Of course it is.
the point is that she dropped off stuff at the station and you handed out to people like you're the one who went and got it.
I told everybody yesterday, Jimmy's my witness. I said, we got this dropped off. Did I not say that to you? I said, would you want anything? And he said, no. I didn't say I bought it. How could I buy the things when I'm working? I didn't do that. You're changing the narrative. Oh, my God. And I gave one to Curtis because I thought he liked beef jerky.
But didn't ask if I like beef jerky. And the beef jerky was meant for me.
I didn't know you liked beef jerky, but now I'll write it down. Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
Thank you.
Big vat of beef jerky.
Yep.
Speaking of which, did you try that? What was it? Elk that Jason brought back?
No, it was yak.
Yak, that's it.
Yes.
Did you try that
I did.
beef
It
jerky?
was very good.
That was incredible.
I agree.
Who-
Yeah, I like.
who'da
I
thought?
do. I love beef jerky. I like it a lot. And
Good to know.
I've said it a lot on the air. Maybe that's why Liz brought it specifically for me.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And then it went to Curtis.
Have you ever made a
From Cool and a
mistake in life?
5-5.
I've made mistakes. It was a mistake. I said I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to make me go to therapy.
thought I was
She's
gonna-
reading the text.
It was Liz who sent the text.
She's fine on her own.
I thought I was going to come to work today and there's going to be a big old thing of beef jerky in front of me because Greek's like, I'm so sorry I gave away your beef jerky. I know, I'll just be hungry. All right, continue on. You got to go. What trifecta you want to get into?
Just doesn't stop. The New York Knicks won last night. Big game. Best month ever in their franchise. The Knicks have been around a long time. They went 14-2. They are the hottest team in the NBA right now. And if you're betting them, guess what else they're doing on your Hard Rock app? They are covering every night. Unbelievable night for them and an unbelievable month. Hats off to the Knicks. I know we have a lot of Knicks fans down here. On the other hand, our Miami Heat, not too good. Heat are going for a victory tonight that they need desperately. They've lost 7 in a row. Longest losing streak under Coach Spo's regime. So we got to break out of it tonight, but we got a very tough opponent. We're playing the Sacramento Kings. Jimmy Butler said after the game, we're just not hitting shots, we're not rebounding, and we're not playing with any intensity. So I hope the team can turn around, get a W, because these losing streaks, at one time it was 4, it was 5, it's 6, now it's 7. It scares me that this can continue on, and I think tonight they're going to have a tough night. I really do. Jim Harbaugh signed with the Chargers after leading Michigan to a #1 title championship. And the rumor is he's getting $16 million a season for 5 seasons with the Chargers. Some people think that's a lot of money for somebody who hasn't coached in the NFL in years, but I think it's about what the rate is right now for good coaches. He's a very good coach, and he's won in the NFL already. So he's established. I think he's going to turn the Chargers around, and I would not be surprised next year if they made the playoffs. I'm not saying that they're going to win it all, but I think he could turn around. He's got a lot of star players and one of the very good up-and-coming quarterbacks. Tom Brady spoke about Greg Olsen on Fox TV, saying that, you know what, he did a great job. I know I'm replacing him as the #1 guy in the booth, but I have much respect for him, and he's done a fantastic job. Brady does take over next year in Fox, and he's going to be the #1 analyst. Pretty surprising because, you know what, I know it's Brady, and they're giving him $25 million, so they got to get him out there. But he really has no experience in a booth. It is going to be interesting to what he says. On his podcast, he is pretty critical of the NFL players and their play this year.
How is he on his own podcast, though? I mean, does he sound good broadcasting on his podcast?
Well, he's not broadcasting. He's getting questions. So it's 2 different things. You know, people are asking him
So he's
questions.
not the host. He goes on to podcasts.
Yes.
Okay.
He goes on with another Jim Gray and another guy.
So
There's
it's
3
not
of them.
his own pod.
It's him with 2 other guys.
Okay, I haven't heard it.
But announcing a game is totally different.
And
No,
he's
of
going to be
course.
color guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, he's not going to be the play-by-play.
No.
Right.
I get that, and it is totally different, but it's still it can relate to how he's going to be on air. Like, does he have charisma? I mean, does he speak well? Do people enjoy what he has to say? Stuff like that. I mean, I know it's not the same thing.
I think he speaks well.
Okay.
The only thing that I think might come across is that he has had so much success and how he's going to look at other people.
Mhm.
And that's what the narrative has been so far.
Okay.
Like, is he going to come in with that, like to say the league is mediocre, whether or not it's true or not, that's opinion. That's a strong shot at the NFL and of all the players this year. And when he said, I would have broken every one of my records, that's very arrogant. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but if he's going to come across like that, I don't know how fans are going to react. Going in, a lot of people didn't like the Patriots and Brady because of the much success they had, just like Mahomes. Last night, again, I hear everybody say, oh, my God. And my one friend, I asked him about Taylor Swift, and I'm like, why don't you like her? Like, you have so much hate for her. I hate her. I hate the Chiefs. I'm sick of them winning. Sick of them winning. Every year it's the Chiefs. And people were like that with Brady and the Patriots when they were winning every year. And it happens in all sports. It happened with the Yankees.
And Dallas and Yankees.
Yeah.
And you name it.
The only team that never makes sense to me personally is the Cowboys. Because the Cowboys have not won since the 90s. And
but when they did.
No, but I'm saying even now, people, they're number one team everybody talks about, number one TV ratings, Forbes list. It's like, oh, I'm sick of Dallas. But to me, it's like they haven't won in so long. I am surprised about that. But you're asking me about Brady. I don't know. I think he'll be good, but I don't know. And I think he might get bored with it. Okay. I mean, that's the whole thing. And the other thing is with these guys that do the games, they have to be there 4 days a week. That's a lot of time for him to be there. So we'll see what happens. But he gave Greg Olson, kudos. I know Greg Olson's not happy about it. He's looking possibly to get back into he wants to get into coaching. He threw his hat in the ring, but we'll see. I mean, it's a big gamble for Fox giving somebody $25 million a year. But he is a big name. There's no doubt about it. Probably the biggest in football.
And that's what they bought.
You're right.
They bought his name. I think he'll be good. I do. I have a feeling it'll be pretty good. If he doesn't come across as arrogant, like you say, with that, having a couple comments like that. But otherwise, outside of that, if he can, keep that away and just kind of focus on the field and give that what made Tony Romo kind of popular in the beginning, which was kind of anticipate the play, kind of give you that insight beforehand. If he does that type of thing, I think he'll be popular.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're going to see. Who knows? I think people are also going to be very on him right away in the beginning when he takes off because it is Tom Brady. That is your trifecta for lunchtime, and now it's over to Franny because she's got some news about Vegas.
This is actually more for Jimmy than anybody else. Start saving your pennies, okay, Jimmy? Because there is a mansion. It is an underground party bunker, and for some reason, it has been impossible to sell. So it first was listed at $18 million, okay? And now they have dropped it down to $6 million. Wow,
that's a big drop.
So just pennies.
$18 million to $8?
Yes.
Did you say, or $6 million?
$6 million.
Okay.
So this was built by Jerry Henderson in 1978 as a bomb shelter. Okay. And he lived in the home until his death in 1983. So the house was then bought by the Society of Preservation for Near Extinct Species in 2014 for $1.15 million. And then somebody bought it and they're like, you know what? Let's turn it into something even better.
I think this is where I come in.
This is the famous underground house, 3970 Spencer Street. Became available to purchase for a second time back in February 2023. They took it off the market, put it back on. Jimmy, this is what they call it is a swingers house, is what they call it. Yes. It appears to
That's a doorbell.
It appears to be modeled after the Playboy Mansion. And for some reason, even despite cutting that price tag by $12 million, they're having a difficult time to selling this swingers party pad.
Shocker.
Where is it in Vegas? Does it say? Like, is it out in the desert? Is the outskirts? Or is it by a strip? Or you didn't say in your article? Maybe the location.
I gave you the address, 3970 Spencer Street.
I'm looking it up now.
But yeah, so this was a bomb shelter and then turned into a party house. So it's pretty dang cool. This nearly 17,000-foot property, as I mentioned, bought by the Society for Preservation for Near Extinct. Then it ended up being listed by Berkshire Hathaway.
I just typed in 3970 SP in Google search, came right to it.
I love it. So when you look at the insides, it's, just total swingers, just very gaudy furniture. They have chase lounges that look like they're leopard print, high heel shoes. That's what you think
people, because they think people think it's gross?
I mean, possibly. There's
like a
blackjack table, a bar with the sign that says open. I mean, it's definitely a party pad, but it looks like it has not had anybody come in and design it since the early 80s is what it looks like.
So it'll be a strip down. Babe, like you go in, take out the whole inside, but keep it up going. $6 million? I'm surprised somebody hasn't bought it. You know what?
Down the road from the Bellagio.
Oh, so that's close.
You wanted, wanted to know where it was as far as
location.
The rest of it. So it's just north of Paradise, I guess, is an area. So like on the southern side of Vegas itself. But it's off of what's this main road here? Flamingo Road. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Yeah, it's right off of Flamingo
Well,
Road.
then it's very, because what I was thinking was that it was very far from the Strip, and people, want to be by the action.
It is very interesting. Like, it's got a little indoor grotto. It's got this
Nice.
indoor area that looks like you're outside, but you're not, with fake trees and all this kind of stuff to make it look like a cafe. The house has actually been featured on the World's Weirdest Homes on Netflix. If you're familiar,
wow. Okay.
yeah, if you're familiar with Imagine Dragons, that band, they also use the home as a set for their song Monday for the video for that.
Wow. Holy cool.
Yeah, so they've done a few things in this house, but for some reason they just can't sell the damn thing.
Well, Franny, you do real estate, so put
There's
in
a lot of carpet,
Yeah,
too.
put a bid in for $925,000.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And maybe they'll take it. They're not selling it anyway.
Yeah, Franny, why not?
I know. You're telling me to
Go
put a
ahead.
bid in?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sure, yeah.
No, you're going to handle the transaction. I want you to make the commission.
I got to find the buyer, is what you're saying. All
No,
right, if anybody
no,
wants to
no,
put
no.
you're going to put the bid in.
I'll put up the bid for $925,000.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. All right, let's do it.
All right, baller.
All right.
They're not going to accept it. Tonight, 11 o'clock. What?
They're probably going to need a proof of funds or something.
Not a problem.
Or pre-approval. We're just going to need something for that much money. Yeah, we're going to need it. Along with the offer. I mean, they won't accept any offers unless I have that.
All right. I think $925 is very generous. They're not selling it anyway. And we'll do the show from there live. There you go. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We got Bob on the line. Bob, welcome to the Penthouse. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys. How are you?
We're good, Bob. How are you?
Good. Previously, Greek, you were talking about Mahomes and people not liking him. There's too much of him. All the commercials during the game were of him, and and it's just relentless. And I don't mind. He's a competitor or whatever. He's a great talent, but enough is enough, man. I'm just tired of seeing the guy.
Well, that's the narrative I've heard from a lot of people, what you're saying. I think it happens with a lot of athletes when they come to this level. And there really isn't another face in the NFL right now except Mahomes and obviously Kelsey because of him dating Taylor Swift, but he's a Chief too. But I think there comes to a fine line, and Brady got close to it a couple of times where people, didn't like him, but he didn't do ads because he was with the Patriots. But the Chiefs, I mean, you're right. Every time, the game's in a break and you feel like you're still watching the game, one of my buddies said, because there was 3 commercials back to back.
Yeah, especially when they go from a picture to picture, picture in picture type thing, or side by side, where the game is still kind of on, even though it's just in timeout mode, and it's him, it's Mahomes doing the State Farm insurance. Yeah, was there a particular thing in that turned you off, Bob? When he threw the hissy fit with the Bills, or was it just been that way all season for you?
No, it was that just kind of compiled it. It was. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's his, maybe that's his true nature, and he's trying to be this nice guy in all these commercials, and it just kind of, brought it all together, I guess.
Yeah.
And I personally don't have anything against the guy.
Sure.
I'm just tired of seeing him.
Yeah, I think that's it. And when I think for fans, a lot of times when they do speak about I don't like him or I don't like him or whatever, a lot of time it's because you might be rooting against the guy, or, you're another team. And that's just a common thing. If you're a Patriot fan, you didn't like Peyton Manning, or you didn't like the Jets or the Dolphins. But I do hear from a lot of people, it's just too much Mahomes and the Chiefs. And you got that with the Patriots. They won a lot, but you didn't get too much of the personalities. And with the Chiefs, I think you get a ton of Mahomes. And with Kelsey, too, it's been the whole year, with him and Taylor Swift. So I can see where people get burnt out.
Well, and with Belichick, I think that's why he didn't want his guys doing a lot of commercials.
Yeah.
You ever hear about when what's his name, the Gator quarterback?
Tebow.
Tebow. Yeah.
Tebow. When Tebow had an opportunity to do a commercial for $1 million,
he stopped it.
And Belichick said no, and then he cut him.
Yeah.
But he didn't want him. He didn't want him out there. So.
Nope. Now, Belichick was very strict with a lot of things, and again, if you're just going to measure it on success, it worked. But that's why they came up with that slogan, the Patriot Way. He didn't want them in the media. He didn't want them talking to the media. He just didn't. I don't know if there's anybody more, who can move the needle on products than Brady would have been, but never did it for years because, Belichick didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I respect that, But anyway, that was my 2 cents, man.
I appreciate it,
you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you listening.
Take care.
It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. If you're tuning in and you tuned in earlier, we were not live. We are live now. You're not listening to a rerun. We got detained this morning by a meeting with iHeart Management, and we are here. So we want to let you know that, and we will be here until 2 o'clock. 877-927-6969. The quarterback for the 49ers, he's Mr. Irrelevant. He's going to get a lot of press in the next couple weeks. And he shares an apartment with his teammate on the line, and he drives a Toyota. So this guy is really just an average guy. I think he makes $670,000, something like that, or close to $800,000, the minimum. He's going to get paid some money, obviously, for the playoffs. He's doing Playboy, and for the Super Bowl if he wins. But I think a lot of people are rooting for him because he's just a regular guy. He's very quiet, too. But him sharing the apartment is a big thing that a lot of people are talking about so far in the Super Bowl and obviously next week. He's under contract. The 49ers are not obligated to give him any more money. You think he gets a raise, Jimmy, if he wins the Super Bowl? Or do you think they keep him where he is?
I don't know. That's a good question because I'm not probably the best. What do you think? Because you know that stuff better than I, as far as what they have for salary cap and what that would matter to me. I think they should. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they will do. What do you and Franny think on that?
I think they should too. But G-Man, you're the pro.
I think they should have last year.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, he had a great season.
But do you think they will? I think because
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not trying to be picky on words, but that's what I thought you asked.
Yeah.
Will they?
I don't know. Because the reason that they do well and the problem they have when you get a rookie quarterback, you have 4 years on the contract and you could sign other guys. Now, his value, quarterbacks are getting 30, 40 million. He's worth, and the goal is to get to the Super Bowl and he's there. So when you look about underpaid, the right thing to do would to give him a raise. Whether or not they do, I don't know. I really don't. And I would feel bad for him if he didn't.
Do you know off the top of your head, and we're not supposed to know all these specific details as knowing sports, but do you know off the top of your head, are the 49ers pushed up against the cap?
Yes, most teams are. I would guess.
Okay,
but there is money that they can maneuver like everything else. They could cut players. If the team wins the Super Bowl, it's a team where coaches always say it's the worst year after because everybody wants a raise. From the guy doing the tickets to the parking guy to that.
This is true, too. Yeah, as soon as you win a championship, all of a sudden everybody wants a new contract.
I would give him a raise personally, but do they have to or will they? I don't know if they will. I don't. And I just think last year, like I said, I was shocked, but it happened to Scottie Pippen with the Bulls. He signed the contract for 7 years. And again, you look at it that you signed it. You know what I mean? They don't have to change it, and you really can't necessarily blame them for not.
Well, that's the league minimum for, that's the way it is for rookies. So, he's still under that, and that's the agreement that the players made. So, and again, I'm not breaking out the violin. The guy is still going to make probably over $1 million when all is said and done with bonuses and the playoffs. And
if he wins the Super Bowl, he'll make over $1 million. But he's at the league minimum. Quarterbacks make a lot more.
Just you hear the deal, you compare that, and then you hear about what Deshaun is making in Cleveland.
Forget it,
right?
He's home.
250 or 225 million guaranteed. And
Lamar makes $80 million a year,
and he makes $80 million.
He's home next Sunday.
Yeah,
that's the same thing. You can look at it either way you want.
Yeah.
If I own the team, yes, because I think that he would become disgruntled and not happy. And I want somebody who's going to play ball and feels like, you know what, we rewarded him for what he gave us. But there are owners and vice presidents, the GM say, sorry, you signed. Yeah. They did it to Scottie Pippen for 7 years. And that was one of the reasons why he was very angry with the Bills.
I'm sorry.
Go, no.
You think they pull him to the side, they give him maybe a little bit more of a taste and go, you know what, we'll do your or do they give him the big contract now and hope that he stays with them for, the rest of his career?
I don't think they give him the big contract. I would hope they give him some kind of raise, even if they don't win the Super Bowl. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He went to the championship last year, and this year he's in the Super Bowl. And for what everybody says, he's just a regular guy and a good person. You know what I mean? Like, no trouble, does his job.
Looks like it, right?
Yeah, nice kid, very young. And you hit jackpot with him. You really, really did.
Sure.
The 49ers played Jimmy G tons of money and Lance tons of money, and they blew both of those. So it'd be nice, but I'm saying it's one of the storylines in the Super Bowl this week. He's a regular guy, drives a Toyota, and has a roommate. That's rare for football players that you hear after a roommate. It really does.
And he's going to have a camera in front of him now, so we'll see how he handles it, right? Because, he has no choice, unfortunately. That's part of the deal with the Super Bowl coming up.
And one of the things with the Giants quarterback, DeVito, that made people like him was the story that he lived home with his mom.
Yeah, the local dude, right?
I mean, people
just makes you look like a regular every day, even though we know these guys don't live that life, and they do. They make a lot of money, even though what he makes is not as much as everybody else.
Sure.
It's still a damn good payday.
Of course.
But I think we like that when people can relate.
I was shocked when Gronk was in his, playing good. I mean, he had roommates.
Another guy, shared his room. What he said, he never spent any of his contract money. He only
It's
spent
like endorsement money, right?
Right. Yep. Mhm.
That was just good management, but I was shocked that he had roommates at the end of his career.
And some of the other big-time quarterbacks, too. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Drew Brees, all guys that drove, beat-up pickup trucks, to the stadium, and just regular dudes that put on a pair of Wranglers, and, that was
T-shirt.
it. Yeah.
Did it. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. Franny, we got some Florida stories.
We do. We have a Polk County assistant principal and some deep water. And then why did Hulk Hogan say that his son had alcohol in his breath? This excuse is really quite silly. He should have just stayed out of it. He should have just stayed out of it. And then we have a Florida man who is sentenced for stealing a lot of money from a sports camp. I'll get you those details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue.
You asked for it, you got it. Woo! You like that?
We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. It's playoff season. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some playoff tickets, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in red zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Drive times on 95 up to speed along the Palm Beaches Turnpike is incident-free. Look out for a delay in Wellington. We do have an accident, Forest Hill Boulevard at 441. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. Seafood, bakery, prepared food, fruits and vegetables, meats, deli, and pizza. It's all under one roof. And if you got any catering in the future, let Joseph's handle it for you. You'll be a star. Locations: Delray, Boca, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. At Joseph's, their goal is to bring their family feel directly to your table. Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. Pets!
Hey, it's Franny, and if you've been thinking about trading in your car and getting a new ride, let me introduce you to GiveMeTheVin.com. You'll get top dollar for your car, and they make selling your ride simple, fast, and easy. Whether your car, truck, or SUV has 200 or 200,000 miles on it, GiveMeTheVin.com wants to make you a deal, and they'll show up to your house with a check in hand. Find out firsthand why they are 5-star rated with a Better Business Bureau when you trade in and trade up with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, savvy, staying ahead of the market at every turn, finding ways to do more with less, and taking advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. That's why Comcast Business is introducing the Small Business Bonus. For a limited time, you can get up to a $1,000 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle when you switch to Comcast Business, the company with the largest, fastest, reliable network. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call or go online to learn about the $1,000 bonus today.
Give your business a head start in 2024. Get started with internet and security for $49 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add one unlimited mobile line. Call or go online to switch today. Ends 2/21/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 100 megabits per second internet and security edge. EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free. explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Start your year by taking care of one of your biggest investments, your vehicle. Drive into any Palm Beach County area Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality Valvoline oil change without leaving your car. Go to VIOC.com to find a convenient location near you.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Again, if you tuned in earlier, it was a rerun, and we are live now. Just want to let you know that. Appreciate you guys listening all the time to Real Radio 921. Jimmy, good morning.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Great show today, by the way. Great show.
Best one ever.
Best ever.
Yep.
Franny, good morning to you.
Hi. Good afternoon to you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Whatever.
Whatever.
Can we do some Florida stories?
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So something that cops notice is when you're driving the wrong way on the interstates, and that happened Sunday morning to an assistant principal.
They're keen like that.
Polk County. Yes, they do. They notice. They're very perceptive.
They frown
They're
upon
very
them.
perceptive. Greg Hilgenberg of Dover, yes. He's assistant principal at Lincoln Avenue Academy, Polk County. He had been placed on administrative leave during an HR investigation. They said he was allegedly driving east in westbound lanes on I-4. We know I-4 is already a mess as is, even when you are going the right way.
Jeez.
Yeah. The video shows him pass a trooper before the trooper turns around and tries to get him to pull over. The trooper says, or FHP said the trooper attempted a pit maneuver too, while Hilgenberg continued to travel the wrong way. Eventually, he stopped He was arrested and placed in the trooper's patrol car. They said he had a what? Strong odor of alcohol. And was slurring his words heavily. He was taken to the Polk County Jail where he decided to vomit all over the parking lot upon arrival, to which the trooper reported, yep, that's definitely booze in his vomit. He then refused to perform a field sobriety test, then a breath sample. He was still charged with a DUI, influence of alcohol or drugs, and fleeing with disregard for the safety of persons or property.
Did you say a breast sample?
Breast
sample.
Breath.
Oh,
yes, he didn't give them a breast sample because that's what they take when they're suspicious.
He's like, hey, check it out.
Here's a sample of my breast.
Makes sense.
Oh, doesn't it?
Kind of couple we talk.
So speaking of DUIs, Hulk Hogan's son, he's been in some trouble.
Yes.
And he's been Hulk Hogan himself, and he even portrayed it. You saw as a bit of an overprotective father. Saw it on Remember Hogan Knows Best. And he continues to keep his eye on his now very grown children, even showing up to his son's DUI arrest. This happened back in November. We mentioned this. So there is some recently released body cam footage where Nick, his son, can be seen speaking with law enforcement officers who claim they pulled over the man because he sped past police who were conducting a separate traffic stop. And the body cam footage, they said, which has been redacted and edited, shows a police officer approaching the vehicle, instructing Nick Hogan to exit the truck before conducting the field sobriety test. During the test, Hogan denies that he's under the influence of alcohol. And when questioned by a police officer who notes, I can smell it on your breath, Hogan responds that he had alcohol on his breath because he was kissing his girlfriend.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yes. And the officer goes, is that what you're going to go with?
His girlfriend Tito's?
I guess so. But I love, in the video, the officer's like, is that what you're going to go with?
Can that happen, though, if you were kissing something? No, I'm just asking you.
I don't think that's strong of an odor. The officer can be heard asking him to take a breathalyzer test, and he appeared to be weighing whether or not he wanted to take the test. He's like, oh, should I not? Then, which I didn't know, Terry, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, arrives at the scene.
Wow, how much time was this that he called his dad?
Enough.
And his dad pulled
They must
up.
have been like right by the house. Upon learning that his son was being arrested for DUI, he said he was going to contact his lawyer, and he's there on body cam footage. You could see it. He's seen speaking with an officer about his son would be processed before asking to speak with him directly. And he looks at his son. He's like, you good, Bubba? You okay? It's a grown-ass man. This isn't his first brush with the law, as I mentioned earlier on the story. He's been sentenced to 8 months in jail back in 2008 for reckless driving involving serious bodily injuries stemming from a car collision when he was a kiddo. And so all kinds of stuff. And so it looks like Papa Bear is still trying to get him out of this situation. But there is body cam footage. I don't know. It doesn't say whether or not he eventually had to do the breathalyzer after the fact. Yeah, we don't know.
You think so, right?
Yeah, so we will.
You would hope so. Shouldn't
you-
be special treatment.
I'm with you.
I'm surprised that he even was able to come up there. Like, if you got pulled over and you said, I'm going to call my dad. Be like,
oh, he might have texted him when he took his credentials, went back to right.
Or even like waiting
so he
in
texts
his car.
that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
yeah.
ooh.
I know. I'm saying I'm still surprised they let him even there. Because when cops pull you over, even if passenger gets out, they're like, stay in your car. You know what I mean? They
Well,
don't
if
let
he
people
gets
come
there,
up.
yeah.
Possibly.
That's surprising.
And then Mehdi Belahassan of Tampa was found guilty of 2 counts of wire fraud. This guy is convicted of stealing tuition, and this was back in 2019, but he was just found guilty from hundreds of families who plan to send their children to a sports camp. And they spend pretty good money on doing this. Well, Mehdi Belahassan decided, you know what? I'm going to take that money and I'm going to have, I don't know, maybe some plastic surgery, a couple vacations. I'm going to go to the casino and I'm going to gamble all of this money away. They said, yeah, this started in 2018. He claimed that he would operate his annual MB Sports Camp. And so, despite the fact that they said he could not have his camp anywhere, well, this was going to be in Boston. He's a Florida man. Because he lacked the appropriate permits, he continued to promote it and collect funds. So he's still like, I can't do it yet. I don't have the permits. It's not ready to do it. But people are still giving him money. He's still like, the sports camp's going to happen. And he got money from over 300 families across the U.S.
Oh, man.
So he defrauded a financing company to obtain operating funds for this non-existent camp. He used fraudulent contract with a college that contained a forged signature of an administrator from an actual college. He used funds to fly to Vegas, where he gambled and spent the money on entertainment, hotels, all kinds of stuff, but all well, not all, but his good time definitely came to an end. It looks like he is ordered to pay a restitution of over $575,000 right now.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And that is, you're at the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We got our buddy Mike from Green Acres checking in with us. Hey, Mike, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, pal?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, everybody. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Is it Hump Day? Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it is. All day, yeah.
Yep. Just calling to say hi. Just enjoying a meal again for a change.
Oh, good. Where you at? Rooftop?
Outback.
Okay. That's what I meant. Rooftop, red top. Outback. What else is going on?
In the, that thing you play on Fridays, Jimmy, what's the drops or whatever they call it?
Greek Misspeaks?
The Greek Misspeak in Review?
Yep.
Yeah, I was on that one. Yeah, I was on that one the other day. With the $20 that I lost on the
the game, yes.
Right.
Kansas City game. Yeah.
Yep. And then Greek said, nice.
Yeah, nice, yeah. But she wanted to go again. Well, I didn't want to go again. I would have lost another, but we're going to wait for the
Super
Bowl. I got I'm in the boxes at home. I got about $80 in, I think.
All right, well, I hope you have a better success and you win.
$10 a box. You got 8 boxes?
I got 6 10s and 4 5s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
All I need is 1 box. That's all I need.
That's it. Yep.
Well, I hope you win, brother.
Thanks. Thank you. Hey, really quick. There's a thing called It's a Day at the Races we do at the clubhouse.
Okay.
Like a little horse race game.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up winning the 50-50 raffle for $108.
Cool.
And I used the walker, often, especially in the clubhouse. And when I got up to get my $108, people were like, "It's a miracle. Mike's getting up without the walker. It's a miracle." With the, I didn't even care about the walker at the time. I just wanted my $108.
I thought you were going someplace else with this. I really did. When you started with the walker, I didn't know where you were going with this.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's a miracle. Yeah, just wanted to say hi to everybody. And I've been watching on
Real TV?
Facebook. Yeah, I've been watching on Real TV here at the restaurant. So
nice. Thanks to our good friend Jason Weiser.
That's right.
Sponsor.
Thank you so much, Mike.
And Jimmy's wearing a T-shirt today, or a short sleeve shirt.
I am. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very unusual. I don't usually have a short sleeve shirt on. Usually long sleeve. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can bet on that before the show.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe we'll make that a prop bet.
11-1.
Nice.
Will Jimmy wear a button-down golf shirt today with Nike logo? 4-1. Mike, thanks a lot, buddy. Always for being a good listener. We appreciate it. And enjoy your great lunch.
I am.
All right. Have a good day.
Take care, Mike.
You're going to see a lot of this in the next couple weeks. And so far, Caesars has one guy who bet $1 million on the San Francisco 49ers. Laying 2.5, Jimmy. Wow. That's a
2.5?
Yeah. Well, they opened up at 2.5. Now it's down to 1. But Caesars said they had a bet this morning for $1 million on the 49ers. There'll be some minus 120, by the way. But there's going to be some huge bets, and they're called whales in the gambling business. And this gentleman was the first one, I guess, that they reported or Caesars has. And it's early. A lot of the big bets come in, the day of the game, the day before the game, that weekend. But this gentleman went all in, and he put $1 million down. So,
a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
As you could say.
Oh, man. That is a lot of money.
Hard Rock's still at that 2. San Fran Lane 2.
Yeah, I was at last night. I did take a look. But if you want to, what is the best part of the Super Bowl? What do Americans consider the best part of the Super Bowl? Now, of course, you have the game itself. I think a lot of people really enjoy the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And if you're wondering why, some people may attend a Super Bowl party. Maybe you just want to be in the comfort of your own home, nobody around. But they surveyed it. It wasn't a huge amount. It was about 2,000 U.S. adults who say they watch the Super Bowl. Almost 2 in 5 of these people, they claim 2 in 5 17% plan to watch 20 minutes or less of the action. So not much of it. And the poll also finds while 40% are looking forward to hosting or attending a Super Bowl party, they don't spend much time in front of the TV. Even though they are. Maybe they just like the whole entertaining aspect of it. Maybe the sport really isn't their jam, or they're just caught up trying to make sure everybody else is having a good time.
I can see that.
Respondents view an average of just 29 minutes of gameplay.
Okay.
And 9% admit they probably won't even know which teams are playing before they tune in. We talked about this yesterday.
Yep.
I have no idea. Even people that are hosting a Super Bowl party.
And that was when we were discussing it lightly there. I was wondering, is that 29 minutes of actual time or game time?
Yeah.
And I think I have a feeling it's actual time, not clock time on the game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's actual time.
Which is actually, a half, so that's about an hour and a half of real time. Ballpark, I'm ballparking.
Yeah, the game usually ends about 10:30, 11:15. So we're talking about usually 4 hours with the halftime show because it's extended.
Yes.
It's much longer.
Yes. And I get this. Typically at a party, you can always find me by the food. And so a lot of them, nearly 29% confess that they're going to be spending more time in front of food than anywhere else. So a lot of people, and when they're like, well, what's the best part? 38%, the football game itself, right? 55% are in it just for the halftime show. So more people for the halftime show.
Oh, that too. Yep.
45% prefer the commercials. And 40% like the drinks better than anything else.
Getting hammered.
Especially if you're losing.
They said, but even if they're not watching, 77% of respondents agree it's rude to stand and talk in the room where people are trying to watch the game. So even if they're not interested, at least they realize, a lot of them, that, hey, if we're going to be like chit-chatting and be loud while the game's on, let's move it somewhere else. And people take their Super Bowl hosting party duties pretty seriously, spending around 8 days planning the menu, inviting guests, getting ready.
Yep.
Almost a third spend more time planning their Super Bowl party than they do for a holiday celebration or even a graduation. Yeah, they say some of them even has gone as far as buying a brand new grill or a new TV before the game, which we talk about a lot of deals too. So it is a great time to do it. Of course, 77% food snacks are essential for the overall experience of the Super Bowl. And then we know this. We mentioned it yesterday. But there's some new ones on here. Favorite game day party foods. Chips, dips on the top of the list. Hot dogs, pizza, burgers, and even grilled vegetables made the list. Wow. I was like, interesting. But they say, but what makes the Super Bowl feast, what makes it perfect? They say something relevant to the game, right? So if the Eagles are playing, some Philly cheesesteaks. I like that. Theme it up. Kansas City, do barbecue. So you do like a theme of what, and people really enjoy that when you bring that into, the Super Bowl feast.
I think one of the things that I've heard this from people, and I mean, a lot of people don't like to admit this, but I think people, when they go to a house party, Super Bowl party, will stay longer there than when they come and visit for a birthday party or a holiday party.
Well, yeah, because you actually have something that's on for that amount of time, and you want to, if you are very much into the game, you want to stay through the whole thing.
Yeah, so it could be like 5 hours. You get there early, and you know what? That's why I think sometimes people put so much preparation into it.
Well, that and it's dinner time too.
Yeah,
for a lot of people, like that time frame of the day. Yeah. So I think people will come over not having had dinner. Sure. So I mean, food is a little bit more that way, and I can see that definitely. Next to maybe New Year's,
or Thanksgiving,
you start a New Year's party at 8, and that'll carry in through midnight. Sure. But a lot of times, or Thanksgiving is another good one. But because especially now, hate to say it, but with football on.
Yeah, it just seems like people stay longer, and you know what I mean. Like the game starts. You always hear everybody say, like, "What time should I get there?"
Yeah. Well, you got 4 hours.
Yeah, easy.
Right, ballpark with with the extended halftime show and pregame's a little bit longer. Well, actually, pregame starts at like 9 a.m. now. It's ridiculous.
It starts on Saturday.
Yeah, really. Well, it will soon. Watch.
And I think anybody for the game wants to get there way before the game. Like, you don't want to be driving around traffic and miss the beginning of the game. So, say the game's 6:30, you might show up 5 o'clock.
And even if a lot of people don't want to miss halftime. So sometimes during regular season, you're like, okay, I can leave during halftime, make it somewhere else. You don't want to miss what's going on at halftime.
True.
We've had this year round, typically we do our own little thing, but we've been invited to different Super Bowl parties. And in our head, we're like, oh, okay, well, maybe we'll try to make it to both. And in reality, I was like, that's probably not going to happen.
No.
Because once you're there, you're glued to it.
Yep.
You don't want to miss a minute of the action, whether it's on the field or shows or commercials. Halftime
Are,
show.
are you a fan of Usher? You
Yeah,
want to see him?
absolutely.
So you know
100%.
that'll be big. You don't want to travel during that time. And I was going to ask what you had any plans?
Yeah, no, we were going to go to my sister-in-law's, and then that's not happening. But we do. As I mentioned yesterday, we have a lot of people in our lives who are Kansas City fans.
Okay.
And one of them hosts quite often. So I'm guessing, if you're listening, I'm guessing it's at your house. If not, then
So,
Are you having it?
I'm guessing it's at your home.
You getting a Brock Purdy gear so that you can go over there and razz him a little bit?
My 49ers. No, I'll be rooting for the Chiefs with them.
Okay.
With them, yes,
There you go.
yes. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I will be on their train that day for the Super Bowl.
877-927-6969. Super Bowl party. If you have something that you always have to have at a party, or something that you bring, maybe it's something you bring every year. You bring some kind of recipe. Let us know. And
You can find some fun stuff. I'm telling you, if you're not on Pinterest, get on there because you just put Super Bowl ideas or snacks, and there's so many creative things for Super Bowls,
Sure.
especially when they take them and make things look like the stadium.
Oh, I always thought like that platter, that meat and vegetable type of a platter, and they make it look like a stadium. Yeah,
There's
that's
a
awesome.
new one I saw, and I was like, man, if I was hosting, I would totally do it. But and you got to make sure the drinks are consumed quickly or have some ice with it. But it's a stadium, and then for the walls, though, they do around the stadium Coca-Cola cans, and then around that, Corona bottles.
Oh, cool.
So it makes the stadium like open levels,
that's
and
cool.
then you have the food in the middle. It was a really cool idea.
That's great. It is. 877-927-6969. Let me ask you a question. This is something that I saw. If you can get your paycheck 3 to 5 days earlier, would you accept it, but you had to pay a small penalty?
Say that again. If
You get
3
your-
days earlier.
But you got a penalty.
Well, it's like those cash advances, right?
Yeah, in a way.
That's what they do.
yeah, all the time.
No.
And they make millions.
You know what it is? I guess it depends
On your financial
financial situation at the time. If there's something that's pertinent that needs to be paid and you can't wait those many days, and maybe that late fee is more than you're going to get hit for that penalty, it would just really depend.
Jimmy, would it be worth it, do you think, for most people to get a paycheck earlier if there was a penalty on their paycheck?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, for a lot of people to live paycheck to paycheck, and they got to build its due now, and it would, that way. I think of like when the bills come in to when payday is, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when you buy a car, and I even know in a house, sometimes they ask you when you want your first payment to be.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, if you're smart, you would say after a payday, so it's not late. They talk about that in this article. A lot of people have late payments, and it's because maybe their car payment's due the 12th, and they get paid the 15th, or mortgage.
Yeah.
But you can request that.
Well, that's what a lot of those businesses. And I'm sorry, I was answering the phone, so if I missed something, I'm sorry about the cash now type of places, right? That's their whole gig is
how they make money.
We'll give you your paycheck now.
Yes, we're gonna take a little piece of it though.
Yeah,
and they do very well. That's why I'm bringing up the point. Which was an article I read, and they also said a tip for people is what your mortgage or your rent is obviously usually the first of the month if you're in an apartment or house, whatever. But they said that with your car too, you should always request after your payday a couple of days, so you're not late. Because a lot of people always say I'm late because my pay.
Oh, when you start that up, if you have the option to
Yeah.
choose when that car payment. Okay, all right.
They do that for
I
a
see
lot
your
of
point.
places. When you buy a car, they could ask you when you want the first payment to be in the middle
Really?
of the month. Yes.
I don't know. I never knew that. I never tried to make it. It was just always given to me, and I just, okay. I didn't think anything of it. So
Yeah, they give you a choice.
Interesting.
Some places,
Yeah.
but it is a good thing to have.
It's nice to know.
Yeah, definitely is. Because when you get a car, it's usually 45 days after you purchase a car. Every car is different.
Right.
And a mortgage is sometimes a month and a half, 2 months, depending on when you get in or whatever like that. But they just said a suggestion is to get it after your pay if you're on a tight budget.
Can you do the same with the mortgage too? Have you heard
Yes.
people do that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's usually like 45 or 50 days after you sign,
When we did it, it just automatically started on the first, right?
Ours
so
did-
I
ours
guess
did
that's
too.
natural, right?
Ours,
So
ours did too, and we didn't change it up. But I do know with my auto loan that I got to pick.
really,
Yeah.
oh wow,
I
that's
got
cool.
to pick with my house when I bought my house. They
Okay,
asked,
all right.
they did ask. It was an option, and I took it. I said, "Yeah, go."
Neat.
With it. But I mean, I don't know if everybody has it. But this is an article about finance and things that you could do because late fees, are bad for people, obviously, and it hurts your credit score. So and some people said the number one reason was I didn't have the money So that's why these places do so well. And that's why they said if you can suggest it and you can change it, do it up, and maybe it'll help you.
877 gosh no. Jingles work, people. Jingles work.
They sure do.
It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We're going to come back with a trifecta and some WWGD. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Foreigner in a strange land. That makes sense. Stranger in a strange land. That's the saying.
The follow-up is foreigner in a strange land. It's like they're very similar things.
You sound like we don't like foreigners in our strange land.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. What do you need for the big game?
Peanuts?
A big TV, of course.
Oh, yeah, that.
And our friends from Monroe's of Palm Beach are giving you the chance to see the big game on a big screen. How big? How about 75 inches of big screen TV?
Whoa.
Listen for the cue to call to play big game trivia, and if you answer correctly, you'll be in the running for a massive 75-inch TV just in time for the biggest game of the year. Special thanks to Monroe's of Palm Beach and Real Radio. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
95 up to speed Turnpike. Accident-free along the Palm Beaches. Look out for a crash in West Palm Beach, Belvedere Road at Caroline Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Ugh, PB&J again.
Moms, you've got a lot on your mind. Packing a lunch shouldn't be stressful. FreshFromFlorida.com can help. They have plenty of quick, delicious lunch and snack ideas to freshen up lunchtime. Simply look for the Fresh from Florida logo where you shop for locally grown in-season fruits and veggies to please even the pickiest eater.
PB&J again. With Florida strawberries? Thanks, Mom.
Packing lunches has never been easier. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
8 glorious weekends of merriment and mayhem. 12 stages with continuous entertainment and fun for the whole family. The Florida Renaissance Festival celebrates a different and exciting theme each and every weekend in February and in March at Quiet Waters Park in Deerfield Beach. Tickets available now at ren-fest.com. Sponsored in part by Comcast.
Seminole Casino Coconut Creek is your local gaming destination, featuring over 2,000 slot machines, more than 80 live table games, plus 30 tables of live poker. Introducing a new era in gaming with live craps and roulette. Prefer smoke-free? Visit the Smoke-Free Pavilion, full of more slots, live table games, and easy access from the west parking lot. Enjoy NYY steak and our other dining options. Experience live entertainment throughout the week at Sunset Grill, Nectar, and Soundbar. Visit CasinoCoco.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
MMJ Health won Best Medical Marijuana Card Provider of the Year for a reason. We're known for giving the green light. And with 9 locations and a money-back guarantee, relief is easy. Meet with our doctors and see if you qualify instantly at mmjhealth.com.
If you're looking for the yard of your dreams, look no further than Moon Valley Nurseries. America's largest box tree grower is now open in Riviera Beach. Here you'll find a wide assortment of mature trees and hedges to choose from. Work with our dedicated nursery pros to plant your dream yard. Whether you're looking for instant privacy, a relaxing oasis, or a statement piece, Moon Valley Nurseries is here for you from planning to planting. Call 561-295-8852 to schedule a free design consultation or come see us at 3200 Broadway in Riviera Beach.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick.
This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-803-5505 to speak to an expert. That's 800-803-5505.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of their everyday financing offers. Lowe's knows home improvement, subject to credit approval.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse, or for us, it's the meat locker because it is so cold in here today. Oh, my God. Jimmy, you cold over there or not?
No, it's comfortable over here.
Yeah.
I feel good too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm sick.
You're always cold though.
It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We're live right now. We weren't live this morning because we had a big meeting with management. Not only us.
We were dead.
Yes.
We were dead.
Uh-huh.
We were dead. I feel like I was dead in that meeting. Jimmy, great job.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Franny, great job.
Great job to you too, G-Man. Good afternoon.
We got a survey, but I never got the survey. So we had a survey.
We all got it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were saying to me they didn't get the survey.
Well,
either.
no, it was our boss had sent us a message and said if we have a question that we want to submit.
Is that what that was referencing?
Yes, yes, that was it. We got that last week or a week before.
Did you get a text this morning by management that said don't ask the questions during a meeting? Because I got that.
Did you get a text this morning from management that said, does your key work today?
I didn't get that one either. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I did get a text from management that said no questions today. Gee.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I get it.
I was like,
so you broke that rule.
I didn't say anything in the meeting.
You were very good about that.
I didn't say one word.
Nobody did. That was one of those good meetings. You ever have those meetings where there's that one person at the end, it's about to wrap up, and their hand goes up in the air, and everybody has that silent groan. Oh, no.
Yep.
We didn't have that today.
No. I wasn't going to ask any questions. Let's do a trifecta and then some WWGD.
Riders up. It's Creaky Trifecta.
Boy, this show flew by.
Great. We're getting close to the Super Bowl every day. It is February 11th, and today on the Hard Rock app, Jimmy informs us that the line is -2 San Francisco. This could be the biggest suck-in ever. I don't see it, and this line does not match what I'm thinking or a lot of other people, but it is San Fran -2.
And I have, and we'll go over them tomorrow, the Taylor Swift props.
Oh, great. Oh, all right.
Can't wait.
That'll reel him in, won't it?
Fanny's coming in early
Can you do that during the Greek zone? I'm just kidding.
Fanny's coming in early.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Jim Harbaugh was signed by the Chargers, the L.A. Chargers. You might not get that. But they changed, and they moved a couple years ago. And the report is he's getting $16 million a year for 5 years. Hats off to him. He had a great college career, and he coached Michigan to #1. Good time to leave is on top. That's what a lot of my girlfriends tell me. So awesome for the Chargers.
Yeah. Okay.
On top of what?
I don't know.
Old Smokey.
And the New York Knicks are the hottest team in the NBA. I know we got a lot of Knicks fans down here, and they are 14-2 in January. Their best January ever. But we got to turn our sights and encouragement to the Miami Heat. They've lost 7 in a row.
Come on, Heaters.
That's right. Longest losing streak ever under Coach Spo. It started ever since they gave him that raise.
Yeah. Maybe he got all complacent and was like, this is nice.
I don't know. A lot of people said there was a lot of conspiracy about him because he went through that divorce and then he got the raise after the divorce was final. Maybe it's karma. I don't know. My buddy said last night, he's a Heat fan, because it's karma because of Spo's divorce. I'm like, what? He's
what
like,
does that have to do with it?
And he really believed it, Jim. He's like,
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I did. He was like, I think it's karma because of Spo's divorce. I'm like, what? Well, anyway, whatever it is, Heat are losing 7 in a row. They got to win tonight, and they're playing Sacramento. If you're not familiar with the NBA, Sacramento used to be a doormat. No more. They're one of the best teams in the NBA. It's going to be a tough game. Hopefully the Heaters get on top and get a W. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Now over to Francis for some WWGD.
Sure. Let's do this. Anytime you want to ask Greek a question about life or love, work, gambling, sports, whatever it is, you think G-Man is a perfect guy. Porn. Well, that's Jimmy. You can always email us, jimmy@realradio921.com, and we'll get into these on a Wednesday. This is WWGD. What would Greek do?
Get ready for WWGD. What would Greek do?
Yes.
Well, I put it this way.
The whole thing fell.
We're in here first, so we got dupes.
Can you believe people ask this guy for advice?
Male skimpy bathing suit.
Speedo.
Slang term.
Banana maggot?
I mean, really?
I love you, buddy. You're like a salmon out of water.
Dead.
Seriously?
But they do say.
You spelling business with one B?
Only
It's
one.
WWGD.
My favorites.
My goodness, that banana maggot gets me every time.
I sound drunk.
You do sound wasted.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much.
What makes it funny.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have Dan emails jimmy@realradio921.com. Dan is a very young, 29 years old, and he met a woman who's 49, got 20 years on Dan, and she does have a kid. He digs her. My family and friends say I'm crazy to get involved with someone with a child, and of course at her age too, at 49.
The age difference is what they think is a big deal, 20 years. And he was like, we've been dating for 3 months and she makes me really happy. How do I shut out the outside noise from my friends and family? Every time I bring up her name, my family says it will never work out. And it sounds like he doesn't want to break up with her. He just wants to make his family and friends just shut up. WWGD, what would Greek do?
Tell her you broke up with her. Don't even mention it. Say we broke up, you guys were right, and just move on and see what happens down the road.
So lie.
Oh, no, I'm not saying lie. I'm not saying lie. I just say
what is that? What is that then?
none of their business. I think first of all, it's like anything else in life. When you tell people certain things, they're going to reflect on it, okay? When you tell somebody's 20 years older, male or female, whatever the scenarios, they're going to say, that's a big age difference, especially your family. That's just a common thing they're going to say. The thing about a child, you have to realize when you date somebody with a child, you don't come first. The child's first. So that's a big sacrifice for somebody 29 years old. When you get older, it's more maybe in your mind, or I'll say my mind, like, hey, I'm a little bit older. So women you're going to date are going to be divorced, have children, and there really isn't anything wrong. But at 29, that's a tough task to take on. He's going to have to do a lot of adapting to it. I think there's nothing wrong if he likes her. As far as his family and friends, I would just tell them a little bit less. That's all. Don't say you broke up with him because like you said, his line is wrong. You believe that. So I would just not give him so much details. But if you like her and you're having a good time, there's no set age. Odds are it might not work out, yes, but I just go with it. You don't want to break up with somebody, I always believe, for what other people are saying.
And I agree with you.
Yeah. So
unless they're like, hey, the person's cheating on you, I saw it with my very own eyes.
That's different.
But it's different because they're saying age and the kid.
Yeah,
you should be able to live your own life. Figure it out yourself.
And what they're saying is not wrong. It's just an opinion they have. And if you looked on it and if you bet on it, probably it isn't good, because you got to look when you date somebody older, where you're going to be 10 or 20 years down the road. She'll be almost 70 and, he's 50. I mean, there's a big difference. Age gap gets harder as you get older, I believe, not when you're younger, to me, because it changes. A lot of life changes.
Yeah, but they also say women have a better sex life the older they get, too. So,
yeah, I mean, again,
he may have something to look forward to.
Sure. I mean, if he's looking to stop the noise, I would just not tell him as much. That's all, and just see where it goes. But I would not break up with somebody because my family and friends didn't approve of her.
Okay.
That's it.
Jimmy, so sorry to kind of change the subject really quick, but before we get into what your thoughts, can we have that 1 o'clock keyword just about, because I don't want 2 o'clock to get here and I forget to answer this text message.
No problem at all. That 1 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Go to realradio921.com and enter money in that pop-up window, and you'll be in the running for $1,000 of red zone revenue. You got about 12 minutes left to get money in as this hour's keyword. All right. My answer to it is a lot simpler, because the whole age difference in kid and whatnot, that's for you to work out. Your question is, how do you tune out the noise? Just tell them, I'm happy, or say I'm happy, and that should be it. And that's all you need to explain to them. Preferably, it's not you don't get as much of that junk from your family, because that kind of stinks. But that's all you got to do is tell them, hey, I'm happy. So that's all that matters.
I'm with you, too.
My opinion.
My opinion is, too, I'm different than the G-Man. I'm not going to lie and be like I'm not in the relationship anymore. I'm going to be like, I'm same thing as you. I'm happy. If you guys have a problem with, that's your problem. But right now, I'm really happy in this relationship.
Sure.
She treats me good. We get along very well. If this is, maybe in the long run, if it's not meant to be or a mistake, I have to find that out for myself. But right now, and just tell them that. Be like, all right, so our relationship from now on is no longer a discussion.
Yep. That's it. Done.
Yeah. All right. Next up, WWGD, we have Robert, who writes in, and every year for the last 5 years, he goes to a strip club for the Super Bowl party with his friends. And since August, he's been dating the same girl, and they're pretty serious. But she doesn't want me going to the strip club for the Super Bowl game and doesn't want to hear about it at all, really, not even saying I'm going to go. It's like, I really love going to the club and watching the games with his boys, and it's a thing that they've been doing, tradition. He said, I maybe go to strip clubs once or twice a month, but don't tell her because I don't want the drama. He's like, who needs the drama?
Smart.
She wants me to watch the game with her and a bunch of her friends and their boyfriends at a house party. Gee, man, he wants to know, what would you do?
Well, if he doesn't go with her, she's going to know where he's going, obviously. So he can't, he can't. He's going to really piss her off. I mean, it's really how important she is. I mean, and like I said, the Super Bowl now is turned into like the holidays. People ask, what are you going to do? Where are you going? I mean, if he values the relationship, he's got to go with her. I mean, if he's told her, like, hey, I like going this, and she don't want to hear it, she doesn't want to hear it. I don't know if a game is worth it. You could always say, my aunt died and I got to go to a funeral in, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I'll be back on Monday, but that's lying, and we don't condone that. He's stuck. He really is. Once he told her she's going to strip, because girls think, like, you're going to strip club, you're going to get banged, you're getting lap dances, you're drinking, the whole thing. He's got to go. Because there's no way he's going to go to the game and, first of all, enjoy it, because she's probably going to blow him up. And then, do you ever enjoy something if you know your spouse is mad at you? I don't. I leave the show, and if I think you're mad at me, it bothers me.
Oh.
I almost got that
You're
out.
so full.
Actually, I did get it out.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go. I'm sorry. He's at this point. She's in the email. She said she don't want to hear about it, so there's nothing he could say. He should have never told her. He should have just said he goes with his friends. And he's lying already, telling her he goes once or twice a month to a strip club.
Yes, and he's not telling her.
No, he's not going to be able to get out of that thing unless he wants to end the relationship or cause a big fight. Jimmy?
This one's, again, an easy, quick one. What's your priority? And there's your answer. So if your priority is the strip club, then the strip club. If your priority is her, then it's her. And, that's, to me, your choice.
I agree. I agree with that, too. I do. And it sounds like the strip club is a priority because you're already lying to her and you're going all the time and not telling her.
No, he doesn't want to know.
I don't know. But if you do like this girl, if you go to strip club, then go a day when it's not the Super Bowl like you normally do and spend some time with her and her friends for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
One day won't kill you, buddy.
Yeah, you're probably going to be bored out of your mind. It sucks. I've been around a lot of people I dated, friends and family. They were so boring, but you have to do it.
All right.
What a catch.
I know.
What a catch. Like a...
What is it, ladies?
Like a 10-pound salmon.
Yep.
Got him.
All right. Next up, we have Denise, and Denise loves the casino. Blackjack is her game, but the new guy that she's been dating actually hates gambling, and he gives her static every time that she says, I'm going to go hit up the casino. Denise like, listen, I pay my own bills. I never ask him for a dime, and I go maybe like once or twice a week to play blackjack to the casino. She was like, I feel like this is really driving me away, him and his bitching. I just didn't say that. And also...
Might have added that in.
And I also feel like, I love this saying, I also feel like he's my dad.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Have you been in anything similar with women, G-Man? Is there a solution or a time that you should just move on? WWGD, what would Greek do?
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of these today, you got to lie. I mean...
all these. Just lie.
Just lie.
I mean, I guess that's why they write in. They know what they're getting.
Yeah. It's what would Greek do?
Yes, exactly.
Greek would lie.
Yeah.
You never like when somebody tells you to do something that you like doing not to do. It's a pain in the ass. You're like, come on, this is what I like doing. Accept me for what I am. 1 or 2 times a week in the casino is a lot to me. It's like 8 times a month. But if she's, can pay her bills, and if he knew going in, this is what she likes, I wouldn't stop it because she's going to resent him. You always resent anybody who tells you to do something you like doing. I don't care what it is. Could be playing pinochle, buying tube socks at a flea market. Nobody wants to hear it. I mean, I don't know if it's time to move on, but I would just say to him, look, this is what I like to do. It doesn't affect me. And
just because you hate gambling doesn't mean I have to hate it.
And there are certain people with backgrounds. I did know somebody one time, a girl I was dating, her father lost millions.
Yeah, but we don't know those details yet.
No, but I'm saying there are situations where people they don't want to hear it. But I would talk to them and say, look, I like doing this. It's not affecting me. If it's really going to be a problem, then maybe we're not for each other. That's all.
All right. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, just how much more things are you compatible with him, right?
Yeah.
Is this just the one thing, or are there other things, too, that you're just not compatible? Because that's what it kind of sounds like, I mean, that's kind of one of those big things in life, so you really kind of need to evaluate it. The only other thing, maybe you can compromise and only go once or something and try to find that balance. Ask him if, that would be a little bit better, but... I don't know. It sounds like that's something that you really like to do, and he doesn't like it. Maybe you're just not the right match.
Yeah, and it's not affecting his finances.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's you're paying your own bills. It's your money. You never asked this guy for a dime or anything like that. So yeah, mind your own, dude. Let her play blackjack. Let her go to the casino.
Hit me.
Yeah, once or twice a week is not a lot. If you have 5 other days with her, you should be happy. I don't know. But it sounds like she's almost over it too, because she's even asking, should I move on?
Well,
and he acts like my dad.
You don't like that.
Nobody does.
I don't care what it is. It could be shopping. It could be drinking. It could be something. When somebody's on you all the time, you get to the point you're like, I don't want to hear it.
Especially if you don't feel like you have a problem.
That's right. Or you're doing anything wrong.
Well, and when you word it like that, it almost sounds like you're just looking to reinforce what you've already decided on.
Yeah, you might have.
Maybe,
Because when somebody brings something to your attention that you do in your life, you sort of second guess yourself sometimes. Honestly, you go, maybe there is a problem with this. And then all of a sudden you stop doing that, and then you're having less fun, and you're mad. You're like, I sort of liked what I was doing. No matter what. If you're not hurting anybody. Now, if she was borrowing money from him or couldn't pay her bills, it's a totally different scenario. That's not the case. Tell her just to keep betting and split tens.
All right. Well, best of luck to Denise, Robert, and Dan. If you ever want to update us, you absolutely can. Or if you ever want to email and be part of WWGD on a Wednesday, you just email us, Jimmy@realradio921.com.
Thank you so much, Francis. Thank you guys for always tuning in and writing in to Jimmy. And if we could help you in any shape or form, that's what we want to do. Jimmy brings his opinion, and also Franny. She gives you the female side. But again, there's no right and wrong answer to any of these. They're just opinion-based. And you got to do what you want to do at the end of the day. But try to be with somebody who makes you happy. And also try to be with somebody who is an asset in your life. I'm lucky because I have 2 every single day. Jimmy, great job as always.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Franny. Thank you for listening.
Franny, great job as always. A little sad for me at 2 o'clock every day, but I'm working on it.
Short day today, too.
Why, you got to be with me for another hour?
Why?
Well, that should make you happy.
Oh, yeah, with Jimmy, but I don't get you. I don't know.
That's what made him sad.
No. I'm sad because you're leaving.
No, thank you, G-Man. Of course, always a good time in the Penthouse, even if it's only 2 hours, which is nice.
It was quick.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boy, this show flew by today.
It was awesome. I want another meeting tomorrow night.
Yeah. Jimmy, thank you all for you do. I can't even talk. Everything that you do here on the Penthouse, you do a lot. And of course, thank you so much for listening. And we want to say you're welcome by giving you $1,000. 13 times a day, we've had some opportunities come at you. We got another opportunity in about 10 minutes. Rover from Rover's Morning Glory, our morning show here. You will hear him give you that keyword. Take that keyword, enter it, realradio921.com. We call it Red Zone Revenue. Score $1,000. We say it all the time. We want to say your name as so-and-so from Real Radio won $1,000. G-Man, do you have any parting words?
Good way to bet the Super Bowl and to win it is to find somebody you can bet with after the game. That's what I'm looking for the next week and a half. You should find it too. Greek Zone is next. We're going to have a special guest today. Teddy Covers from Vegas is calling us. Find out why everybody bets bigger during the Super Bowl. And so much more. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thanks for listening to Real Radio. Peace.
Got YouTube? Yeah? Us too. Just search Real Radio 92.1 on YouTube. Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue.
You asked for it, you got it! You like that?
We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. It's playoff season. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some playoff tickets, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it.
Here comes the money! Here we go.
Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 and the Turnpike, both up to speed along the Palm Beaches. Look out for major road work. This is State Road 7 North, right after Belvedere. Right lane there is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, where the beautiful ladies are 7 days a week and a 5-star menu. And Sunday nights, stop in 8 to 10. Bottomless mimosas and the beautiful ladies. And what's a better way to kick off a week to be at Monroe's on Sunday night? And for the big game, make your reservations today. It's the best place in the world to watch a big game with beautiful ladies, great menu, and you might be the winner of the game. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Make sure you stop in 7 days a week, open at 5 a.m. The best views in the house are the ladies of Monroe's. Peace.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Skip the apples. You don't want to keep this doc away. MMJ Health is a medical office with 9 Florida locations. Voted best medical marijuana card provider. Qualify at mmjhealth.com. Then meet a Florida medical marijuana doctor today.
Penthouse Fiberglass. When you think of fiberglass, think of Penthouse Fiberglass. Second to none in South Florida. They specialize in fiberglass repair, race car body fabrication, body restoration, and custom car kits. So whether you need a repair for your boat's fiberglass or you're waiting for the one-of-a-kind dream car, make it a reality with Penthouse Fiberglass. Just visit PenthouseFiberglass.com. Call 561-255-0805 and tell them that Brian Mudd sent you.
Injured in a car accident in Palm Beach County or the Treasure Coast? With offices located in Palm Beach Gardens, Port St. Lucie, and Boca Raton, Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather Florida Injury Lawyers is here for you. Call us to schedule your free case evaluation. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Imagine a world where animals and humans coexist in harmony, where wild animals thrive, habitats are protected, and marginalized communities are empowered. At International Animal Rescue, this is our vision. Our holistic, community-led projects not only rescue animals, but also protect and replenish precious habitats, creating a better future for us all. But we can't do this without you. Show your support now and help keep the wild wild. Visit internationalanimalrescue.org.
For your big game party, you better pop in to Total Wine and More for a guaranteed win. We've got thousands of bottles down every aisle, and prices so low they're gonna make you smile. Ask our helpful guides for a recommendation to add some spirits and wine to your beverage station. Discover something new and let the fun begin. Come on down to Total Wine and More for a guaranteed win.
Now open in St. Lucie West.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of their everyday financing offers. Lowe's knows home improvement, subject to credit approval.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at realradio921.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Live from South Florida, this is the Greek Zone. The Greek Zone is brought to you by Schuler, Weiser, Zoller, Overbeck, and Baxter.
This is the Greek Zone. I am the Greek. Super Bowl week. We're getting into the countdown. A lot of different things going on. This show's about sports gambling, the odds, maybe cigars, maybe some high-end liquors, cars, whatever that floats my boat. We're going to get into over the next hour. We have a special guest today, Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com, one of the best handicappers in Las Vegas. Been with us for 20 years calling into the shows. We're going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Jerry Jones said today at the Senior Bowl, here's a little hint, he could work with Bill Belichick. Wow. If you're Mike McCartney, I don't know if I feel good about that. And Kelsey and Justin Tucker got into a little bit of a tassel, I want to say, before the game last week. And what happened was Mahomes was warming up, and Tucker is the kicker for the Ravens, left his little tee there in the end zone. And Kelsey, got rid of it and threw his helmet away, and people made a big deal about it. Well, Kelsey today doubled down on a podcast and really went after him. Cannot even say the words he said about him. But he said, if you want to be a blank and blank about it, keep your helmet and your football and your blanking kicking tee away from where the quarterbacks are warming up. If you're not going to pick up your stuff, I'll be happy to get rid of it for you. This was on his podcast with the Kelsey and his brother today. I would not want to. I want to watch that game next time the Ravens play the Chiefs because that's going to be brutal. People did make a big deal about it. I didn't think it was any big deal. I watched it. I was like, I just got rid of it. But I guess there was some bad blood there.
Oh, he did it over and over again. Actually, that was, I think, part of it too. He kept every time the Tucker would reset the tee and he'd turn around, to pace back himself. They'd throw the tee to the side.
Yeah.
And apparently Mahomes was like, I've only had 3 people in my time ever give me trouble when I do warm-ups, and they were all 3 of them were Tucker.
Oh, wow.
He said that. So I guess it seemed like more of an ongoing feud, though, between Mahomes and Tucker from what I read on it. And Tucker's like, I don't know. I don't have a beef with the dude.
Yeah.
We warm up on both ends. I've been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know what his problem is. So
who knows?
Yeah. I mean, at first, even Tucker was like, I just thought he was kidding around. I thought, it was a joke. You could even see in the video, he was smiling.
Yeah. And then Kelsey came over and threw his stuff
And
away.
then Kelsey came over, threw his helmet, threw the 2 balls that he was using to kick with.
Yeah. So, again, we'll see next time they play, I'm sure. And there was a lot of chippy action between the Ravens and the Chiefs and Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey got into a couple skirmishes. Actually, a penalty on him. Van Noy hit him with his helmet. So there was some stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
But
and he was smart, too, because Kelsey was a smack talker, but he kept his hands down, and he let the Ravens do it to
poke the bear.
A couple different guys. And, of course, he got the better end of it because they got the 15-yard penalties against Baltimore.
Like a lot of things in life, the one who retaliates gets hit.
Every time.
They don't sit in first.
The second one.
Yeah, so it didn't work out. It's an interesting side note, as in it doesn't have anything to do with the Super Bowl, but it's a little something that happened on the game on Sunday.
I'm kind of surprised it's, he's chattering about it, because that was last week's game,
Well, again, it's on his podcast, and people are asking him, hey, was that real? Was it not? And he was like, yeah, it was real.
True. Okay. He was asked about it. Okay. I get it. I'm sorry.
Again, no, sorry. I mean, that's just what it is, because I agree with you, too. He should be focused on the game. I know he's not going to the Grammys this week because he's got to practice. He's got to do some stuff. 877-927-6969. You can give us questions about the NFL, about the Super Bowl, about the odds, about the lines. Teddy Covers is supposed to be calling us today. And, again, guy that we've been with for a long, long time from WagerTalk.com, really knows the game of gambling and the odds and all the sports around it. And like clockwork, he is calling us. He's doing us a special appearance today just to talk about the Super Bowl and about the game and the odds and what is going on with the Super Bowl and how it is to be in Las Vegas at this time, which is crazy with the game only about 10 days away. Teddy Covers. Teddy, how are you?
Greek, what's a good word today, buddy?
You, pal. First of all, thank you for doing me this favor and making some time. I know you're slammed beyond belief. What are you hearing about the Super Bowl? And I don't know, is it me or I don't see this line? I thought the Chiefs were going to be favorite when the lineup was made, and I'm totally off game by 5 points because I thought the Chiefs were going to be 2, and it's the Niners.
So let's start with this. Because there's so much to unpack when it comes to the line move.
Okay.
Projected lines for this game and all of that. So let's start with this. We had look-ahead lines last week where sportsbooks posted potential Super Bowl matchups.
Mm-hmm.
And the look-ahead line last week was San Fran -3 in a potential matchup against Kansas City. Now, when you watched KC, winning and covering 3 in a row on the highway, or, the last 2 on the highway to get there.
Yeah.
And you watch San Fran struggle in each of their 2 home games, barely survive against the Packers, find a way. Somehow, I still can't figure out how the Lions lost that game.
Me either.
That said, found a way to win, but 0-2 against the spread. So we have the defending champs, a team with a huge betting bandwagon, 3-0 against the spread in the postseason against a Niners team that went 0-2 ATS and hasn't necessarily won the bigger games that they've been in. So you would anticipate, given that, the public would be all over KC.
Yes.
What have we seen last? When the Super Bowl line opened, there was one book posted a 3. It got bet immediately down. The most books posted -2.5 or -2. So short of the -3 that the look headline was for San Francisco. And again, that look headline is based on a full season's worth of data.
Okay.
All year, for much of the year, the 49ers were a field goal better than anyone else in the league.
Yes.
So, based on the hard numbers, based on the hard power numbers and all of that. So when the line opened to 2.5, the first bets, boom, they came right for Kansas City. I'm like, here it goes. It went from 2.5 down to 1 in about an hour. I'm like, oh, darn, I missed the teaser. All right, well, let's wait. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Normally, and by normally, I mean, look, my first Super Bowl out here was the Broncos-Falcons. That's how long I've been in Vegas.
Wow.
All right. That was my first Super Bowl that I lived out here was Broncos-Falcons. And that was an easy one. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
We cashed that day. But in all the years since, we do sometimes see the Super Bowl line come down and then get back up or come down one. But usually that first move, that's where it sits for a week, and then the public starts to come in town, they'll bet it back the other way. That has not been the case this year. And I've never seen it where the line gets bet down the first night and then gets back up the next day. That tells us something. That tells us that there is significant wise guy support for San Francisco in this ballgame. So this is, in a sense, going to be a pros versus Joes Super Bowl. The Joes are going to bet Kansas City. The Chiefs have the betting bandwagon. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs have Travis Kelce. The Chiefs have Taylor Swift.
Yep.
The Chiefs have the track record. All right. And certainly they have the current betting bandwagon. But what the 49ers have is the full season long worth of stats that say they're the best team in the league. And the wise guys are going to bet that. The recreational players much more likely to be on the Kansas City side. So what we'll see with this line, much like you, I mean, I wasn't sure that the 49ers would hold as the favorite because I wasn't sure that the wise guys would be on San Francisco. But now that we've seen the initial money come in for KC, followed by a deluge of Niners money, that tells me this line's not going to move until next weekend when the Kansas City bettors start to come make their presence felt. So if you like the Chiefs, now's a good time to bet them. If you like the Niners, I would wait until closer to kickoff.
Talking to Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com. Teddy, do you think there's any possibility this line can go to 3?
No.
Okay.
There's always a possibility. You know?
Yeah. But I'm saying your feeling, being in business for years, is it's going to stay at 2 or 1.
Yeah. This line's not. It does not feel at 3. There would be immediate and substantial buyback the other way, and the books aren't going to open themselves up to that kind of liability on a key number. Can't do it. Won't get to 3.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks
minus 140 before they go to 3.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks I said it was a gift, and I didn't understand it. And I'm saying to myself again, doing this a long time like you, is this another gift? Like, is this team 3 weeks in a row going to be an underdog and win? Because it seems a little fugazi right now. Right now, there's a part of my brain that says, is it going to be the 49ers 31-17? And the way I watch these games, and the Niners' defense has not been good and should have lost both games. I mean, both games are losing in the fourth quarter. It just surprises me that it is. And I don't know. I'm almost having a hard time in this situation. I already bet the Chiefs, but I'm starting to second guess myself a little based on what I'm hearing.
So let me start with this. For me, there have been big bets Super Bowl. Last year, I had made a couple of big bets in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This isn't a big bet Super Bowl for me. All right. And it's okay to not have a super strong opinion on the Super Bowl. You know, it's one game at the tail end of a season, and make no mistake, they're like the days of, this line is weak and that line. There is not a prop out there that's mispriced.
Yeah.
There's not a side. There's not a total. You're betting into the toughest numbers you can bet into. Okay? Not just sides, total, props, the works. All right? There's not a whole lot of edges. So this isn't going to be a big bet for me. It's not. From a side standpoint, I'm looking at the teaser.
Yeah.
You know? That's where I'm at. And of course, if you want to tease Kansas City, which is what I'm looking at, you're teasing through all the key numbers, 3, 4, 6, and 7. The problem is you got to tease them with a total. And mathematically, you're not supposed to tease total. So you're already in a negative expectation there. And then you got to decide, am I teasing with the over or am I teasing with the under? So, I want to tease KC. I think that's the right leg.
Yeah.
KC plus 8 on a 6-point teaser makes a ton of sense. And when we look at the course of the season, how many games they lose by more than 8 points? 1.
Yeah.
Andy Reid in the postseason. He's been in Kansas City. This is his 11th postseason. They've lost 7 times in the playoffs during his span. How many times they lost by more than 8 points in those 7 playoff losses? 1.
Yeah.
Do we expect a competitive game? We do.
Yeah.
So in my mind, that's the easy leg. It's Kansas City plus on the teaser price. But I'm really debating over or under which way to tease him with.
Yeah. It's got to be tough, like you said. There's certain things in the games that just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not doing that. Talking to Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com. And why is the narrative? Is it because it's the last game of the year that you hear guys, and again, you being doing it in the business, a lot of times you give picks, but also advice. Why does everybody want to press the gas on the Super Bowl so much and make it a big bet? Like you said, where it might be an opportunity where it's just not a game to bet big because it's too close.
It's Christmas. Super Bowl, make no mistake about it. The Super Bowl is Christmas for sports bettors. We get one betting holiday a year. This is it. So people go nuts. And what I try to, my advice is always, you're allowed to make a bunch of bets. Super Bowl's supposed to be a fun betting holiday. What you're not allowed to do is raise your unit sizes. You're not allowed to put your season's worth of profit for risk.
Yeah.
At risk here. Make bets, make as many as you want. Just make your unit sizes small.
Yeah.
$20 here, $50 there, whatever. It's fine. You can have action all day. You can get clobbered, and it's not going to crush you.
Yeah.
But when you start making big bets across the board on Super Bowl, again, you're betting into the tightest line. And sometimes we find them. Sometimes we see them. I'm not seeing it.
No.
I'm not seeing. It's just not. It just doesn't feel that way this year. At least not for me. So I understand the allure of betting on Super Bowl Sunday. Look, we all do it. It's fun. If your bet size is small, keep yourself out of trouble.
One thing you've taught us over the years is the MVP, to protect yourself. I was talking to my buddy last night. He put a big bet on the Chiefs, and now he's saying, man, I don't know. Should I bet the Niners smaller? I said, Brock Purdy, MVP. You'll get better odds, and the odds are if the Niners win, him or McCaffrey is getting the MVP. I remember you said that for years. That's a good way to protect your bet.
Yeah, sure. The problem with San Fran is that you can picture a whole bunch of different players having big games for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be Purdy. Yeah, it could be McCaffrey. If Debo gets a couple of catches or a couple of touchdowns, or Kittle could have a big game, or Aiyuk could have a big game. I don't know that there's one. Normally we say, all right, if the Chiefs are going to win, it's going to be Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes is going to be the guy, and he'll get the MVP. And if you want to bet against Kansas City and hedge, you play hedge with Mahomes. For San Fran, there's a number of different realistic possibilities for who could win an MVP, and that makes it, in my mind, a little bit dicier on the Niners side if you're looking to do that. If it's Kansas City, look, I mean, who do you think? One would think Mahomes would be most likely. So if you wanted to bet San Fran and hedge off with a Mahomes MVP, that makes more sense to me than the other side of the equation. The other side of the equation is problematic because San Fran's got 4 or 5 guys that are capable of winning this award.
Chiefs start quick throughout the season and the playoffs. Any thoughts on them in the first half, or would you stay away from that? Just traditionally, going back the last couple of weeks where the Niners have started extremely slow and they've started fast, or do you throw that all the way out the window because it is a Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, KC has the experience of having been there recently.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like there's only 8 guys from each team that played that were on the rosters when they played 4 years ago. That's how much that's how much turnover there's in the NFL year after year. 8 guys for both squads. Obviously, KC was there last year. I think that's certainly an advantage in their favor. I lost the question. I've got so much on my brain. What's the question? What am I trying to answer here?
No, I was just asking you first half. Do you think that's a play for the Niners because they started out quick, and the Chiefs, because the Niners have not started quick in the last 2 games, or do you just throw it out the window?
I don't know that there's any predictive of what we've seen the last couple of games. The one thing that is worth noting, Kansas City has the best second half defense in the NFL this season. So if you're looking at second half wagers, it's definitely worth noting that no team's been better at making adjustments and shutting teams down after halftime than Kansas City. First half wager, I just no opinion, no strong opinion whatsoever.
All right, Teddy, he's been with us a long time from WagerTalk.com, and I did get an email for one question. When is your prop report going to be released?
Probably early next week. I don't know if it'll be Monday or Tuesday, but I don't know if it'll be Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday of next week.
All right, and we talked about the prop bets, how there's 60 pages of that, and people just love to get involved with it. Jimmy had a list today of some Taylor Swift prop bets that people are going to bet on.
Actually, I was going to run one by you, if you don't mind, Teddy. Where will they get married? Of course, that's Taylor and Kelsey. I'm leaning outside the U.S. at plus 800.
So, again, those are the type of props that you tend to only find in global markets. The stuff that gets graded in Las Vegas has to be in the NFL box score,
Yeah.
So, but frankly, I mean, Kelsey and Swift, why wouldn't they get married in Vegas after the game?
That's what I said. I said to them from the beginning, I said, the prop bet, is he going to ask her to get engaged after the game and then go to the Evans Chapel?
There you go.
And give you some pubs. Say Teddy covers. Yeah. Right in their proposal, right there.
Who's the best man? That's on here, too.
Mahomes. I'll go with Mahomes.
I did it. I got married on the Strip. It worked fine for me.
That's right. You never know.
Plus 1,200, by the way.
Yeah, you're going to see some crazy props, no doubt about it. And I don't know if you got down to the Strip yet, but you said you'll go down. Is the excitement in Vegas? Are you really feeling it like, oh, my God, first time ever Super Bowl? Because it is a big deal. First time ever Super Bowl here. And I'm sure it's not going to be the last one.
There's been a lot happening in this town.
Yeah.
It's just like the event's just getting bigger and bigger.
The race.
I have no idea what it's going to feel like next week.
Yeah.
I don't. But Vegas is always packed. There's a good buzz in town right now. I'll tell you that. There's an excitement level that I haven't felt very often. It's NBA All-Star game, I guess, was the last time we had the something
NBA
and then that was a heck of a weekend in town. Although I wasn't around for it, but nonetheless, it's certainly, Vegas doesn't mind being on center stage. We know how to throw a good party.
Oh, no doubt.
I expect we'll throw a good party next week.
Teddy, were you surprised in the games at anything in particular? Maybe the Ravens, the way they played, and Lamar just seemed to be totally off and not in his game, and Detroit, how they had the lead and lost it?
I can't fathom how the Lions lost that game. I replay it, and of course, I went to school in Michigan. A lot of my buddies are Lions fans, and I felt sorry for them.
Yeah,
because that was. They were the better team for most of that game.
Yeah, as soon as the gate opened,
and found a way to fall apart. So it was certainly something of a. I was. And in terms of Baltimore and Kansas City, with Flower, the narrative of that game has been, the Ravens were stupid. The Ravens should have just run the ball. Dave Flowers fumbled at the 1-inch line.
Yeah.
And then Lamar threw a pick in the end zone. That was the game, was those two plays.
Yeah.
It wasn't a situation where it was, Kansas City was so much better than Baltimore, and Baltimore screwed everything up. No, they when you fumble at the 1-inch line going in to tie the game, that hurts. It's hard to overcome that. When you throw an interception in the end zone when you're at the 25-yard line, that hurts too. And mistakes. The Chiefs have avoided mistakes here in the postseason, and it served them well.
Yeah, I think with the Chiefs, the narrative that you heard all year that it has not happened in the last 3 games, the receivers are not dropping balls. And they were the biggest team in the NFL during the season. But this year in the playoffs, they're not dropping at all.
I know. And it's so funny. After the Bills game, all of a sudden the whole narrative on KC shifted.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's one game. I told you these guys can play. It's not like they're clowns.
No.
They're NFL receivers.
Well, I think the noise gets big that people hear, blogs, social media, different things that you didn't have 20 years ago. Everybody has an opinion. And then I think what you hear the most of, you run with sometimes as the better. And that's why you and I always say, trust yourself. Make sure you know where you're getting good information, like somebody like Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com, who's been in the industry 25 years, had great success, and knows what he's talking about. Because you could listen to somebody and he'd be like, okay, and the guy might not have any more knowledge than you. That's the scary thing about the internet today.
Sure. And look, just because someone can talk up a game doesn't mean that the game's going to win.
That's right.
And I can tell you that. There's times I write up a game, I'm like, this is the best write-up I've ever done.
Yeah.
And they go out and lose by 50. It happens. But social media I tune it out more and more. I follow my beat writers.
It's smart.
Nothing less attention to everything else because people like to whine, and social media gives them a chance to whine. So.
Teddy, I know you're busy, and I appreciate you doing me this favor today. It is Super Bowl 2 weeks before it, and I know you're busy. But thank you so much for calling in. We'll talk to you on Saturday, but tell everybody how they can follow you and get some good information, and also your prop report, which I highly, highly recommend people getting because it's been a moneymaker over the years.
I appreciate that, Greek. And again, you're my buddy, man. When you call me, ask me to come in. As long as I can do it, I'm happy to do it.
I appreciate it.
But it's real simple. You can follow me on WagerTalk.com. That's the website. There's tons of free info, live lines. We do free pick videos every day. And, of course, we got guaranteed picks if you want them over at WagerTalk.com. And you can follow me on Twitter at Teddy_Covers.
Teddy, always appreciate your time. We'll see if our Heaters pick up a W tonight. They've lost 7 in a row. And, man, I said this to somebody last night. I said, and I was having dinner, and I used your name. He was talking about the Knicks. I said, if you haven't been on a streak in the beginning, Teddy Cover says, don't bet on them now. But the Knicks did win last night. My friend was a little mad at me. I said, hey, it's only advice.
They sure did. They won by margin, and that was not good for me or my bankroll last night. Not one of my better evenings.
We'll get him again. Tuesday. We'll get him again. Teddy, thanks for the time, buddy. Talk to you on Saturday on the Locker Room. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys. Have a great day.
Take care.
And it's Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com. Check out their website. This guy is the real deal. Anybody that's on my shows has been on for a long time, whether it's Teddy Covers, Rob Vino, Drew Martin, Kelly from VSiN. These guys do their homework. They spend hours researching, reading. And if you want information, this is where you get it. Also, don't forget, we were on 1230 The Gambler. Always want to give them a shout-out, home of the Panthers. It is the Greek and Jimmy. We'll come back and look at the NBA tonight and so much more on the Greek Zone on a Wednesday. Peace.
The Greek Zone is brought to you by Schuler, Weiser, Zoller, Overbeck, and Baxter. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Rover's Morning Glory.
I've gained 5 pounds eating all the candy my wife bought for my father-in-law while we work on this remodel.
Is he just eating those snacks as he's doing the work, or does he actually take a break, gorge for a little bit, then go back to work?
I don't know when he's eating these snacks. I don't actually witness him eating. There is no break. Like me, after every line that I mark on that piece of wood, I got to go over and grab a snack and get a drink. He just works, Dieter. He's actually fueled by manual labor. Wow. I'm fueled by hot tamales.
Do you think that's his plan? Do you think he said he needs all this food knowing you would eat it and eventually you'd have a heart attack and die?
Oh, my God.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
The News Junkie is brought to you by Gordon & Partners. ForTheInjured.com. 561-333-3333.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka, the vodka of choice, and it makes a good night a great night. And the big game is coming up. And to pregame for the big game, make sure you got Tito's Handmade Vodka in your tailgate party. During the game, have Tito's. Put them in the lineup every time. And after the game, there's no way to celebrate a bigger win than with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka, always in my lineup every time, and will definitely be the biggest thing in a big game. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Peace.
If you're looking for the yard of your dreams, look no further than Moon Valley Nurseries. America's largest box tree grower is now open in Riviera Beach. Here you'll find a wide assortment of mature trees and hedges to choose from. Work with our dedicated nursery pros to plant your dream yard. Whether you're looking for instant privacy, a relaxing oasis, or a statement piece, Moon Valley Nurseries is here for you from planning to planting. Call 561-295-8852 to schedule a free design consultation or come see us at 3200 Broadway in Riviera Beach.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Valentine's Day is here. This year, give the ultimate gift. Name a star after your sweetheart. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For 45 years, we've named millions of stars for celebrities, dignitaries, and individuals worldwide. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can give the most memorable gift. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach accident now off to the right shoulder. It's 95 South approaching Southern Boulevard. In Boynton, it's a grass fire. Hagen Ranch Road at Flavor Pickett Road. Expressways look good and up to speed. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. That's progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Well, what do you think the rarest month is that people are born?
Jimmy's out of this question?
Because he nailed it. He nailed it.
He asked me in the bullpen.
Yeah, and he got it just like that.
Break.
Just got like, I was like, wow.
Now, repeat the question, please.
What do you think the rarest month out of the 12 is that people are born?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to say this month, November.
November?
Yeah.
No. Want to take another guess?
Your month, February.
How'd you know?
There you go.
Because it's about you.
No.
The Penthouse. Weekdays 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk from the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
We only have one winner so far, and it's Evan. I don't want him to go to Vegas, and I don't want him to get this golf cart. So come on out.
You hear that? I don't know why so much hate towards Evan.
No hate at all.
No. You just don't want him to win anything.
No.
Because he already beat you.
No, it's not that. He rides me a lot, so I'm riding him.
Right.
I mean, it's every time I say something, people go, why are you being so mean, Greek? I'm not. I'm just kidding, Evan. No, I'm not
mad
either. I'm not mad, Evan. I don't want you to win. I'm only kidding, Evan. Bring some stone crates.
All right. You want to play a little game here?
Yeah.
All right. We are starting today's He Said, She Said for Creed tickets with Nathan. Nathan, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, guys and ladies. How are y'all today?
Nathan, what is happening? I got to ask you, have you ever had a Nathan hot dog?
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Nice.
I figured that. They are very good.
Are they named after you, Nathan?
Yeah. Do they give you a check every month?
Yeah, we would only hope so. I ain't seen no money from it yet, though.
All right. Well, you never know. Maybe you could get a lawyer to give him a cease and desist order. Tell
A
him,
cease and desist?
Yeah. Are they dying? Somebody dying? You get a dying
somebody's
order?
dying.
Somebody's dying.
The Penthouse. Weekdays 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk from the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Step up your game. This is the Greek Zone.
It is the Greek Zone on Real Radio 92.1. Real talk for the Palm Beaches in Secaucus, New Jersey. Thanks for listening. Always appreciate it. Teddy Covers dropped into the Greek Zone. Every day we have a Hyundai capper on to give you a little insight. And it's going to be very intensified in the next couple days and next week with the big game. Don't forget about our big game giveaway on Real Radio on the Penthouse. Every day we have a trivia question. For the next 7 days, somebody's getting a 75-inch TV from Monroe's in Palm Beach. Who doesn't want a 75-inch TV to watch the big game? Jimmy's in the house.
Secaucus, home of the world's greatest pig farm.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. That and the soprano drops, you know I love. I always love those. You can give us a call at 877-927-6969. The line as of right now is... The Chiefs are getting 2 on the Hard Rock app, and I think the over-under is stuck around 47. So that is the current line with the Hard Rock app. Again, Teddy Covers from wagertalk.com. Go to their website. Check it out. Tons of free information. And when you're betting sports, you got to get knowledge, and you have to know what you're talking about. And if you're a beginner, no matter what it is, there's no question that's a bad question or a stupid question, what you hear. Call us anytime at 877-927-6969. Hopefully you're on the Hard Rock app. Sports betting is legal in 30 states. And our lovely state has palm trees, beautiful weather, and beautiful ladies. And now, sports betting. So make sure you get on it. Jimmy, can you just give me 1 or 2, not all of them, of these Taylor Swift prop bets? I know we're going to get into it tomorrow, but I'm a little teased, so I want to hear a couple.
So sure, and believe it or not, these are legitimate ones that you can bet on, and it's a little bit more offshore stuff and some odd places. Our good friends DraftKings is one place that you can find some of these Taylor Swift prop bets, but sure enough, they did come out with some. And I printed this out, and a couple of them are what we already anticipated. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift? We've already kind of heard that one, but we actually have a number now where yes is plus 1060 and the no is minus 3,000. So we got some actual numbers to go along with that. The no is the heavy favorite in this prop market, so take it for what you will. Will the MVP mention Taylor Swift?
Ooh, I
so
say no.
whoever the male, so it's not saying who it is.
Yeah.
All right, obviously, because you don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So will whoever the MVP is mention her? So I guess if you're going to say yes to that, then you are more than likely betting for Kelce to be the MVP, right? I mean, that would be one of those, where bets go hand in hand. So, yes, plus 600, and no is minus 1,100.
Yeah, I can't even see him saying it. Like if he won it, like I want to thank my, I don't think he would say it. I just don't. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he says, "Oh, I want to thank my girl for coming."
Now, hold on. Let me see here. Again, yes is a heavy underdog with chances that the Super Bowl mentioning Taylor Swift would. We'd likely need Kelce to be named the MVP in this case. I'm looking for something that says whether or not he actually has to say her name or just reference her.
Okay.
All right, because it says the actual bet there. It says, will the MVP mention Taylor Swift?
Okay.
And that to me says you got to say her name, right? So, if you want to be technical, I'm sorry, but that's, right? Yeah. Another sports book has a market post for times that Taylor Swift will be shown during the broadcast live shots. Right now, the over-under is 5.5 times that she will be shown.
Yeah, I'm going to go over that.
Yeah, I will too.
If he has a good game.
Yep. Again, if you're betting on, Travis Kelce to have a good game, take the over in that.
I'm thinking 2 and 2 each half if he does nothing. In my mind.
Right.
2 times first half, 2 times if she does nothing. And even like when the game starts, they might show her.
1 time per quarter is 4 right there. So you're already at 4. And I don't think that's going out of the way to say that they'll show her 4 times. If he has a touchdown catch, there's another one. If he has a good catch, like a 15-yarder or something like that over the middle. They got the 3rd and 7, and he gets a crossing route, and boom, he picks up a first down. They're going to show her cheering on. So, boom, just right there, you're at it. Will Taylor Swift be shown during the national anthem? Yes, minus 200. No, plus 150.
Tough. They might show her.
Number of times Taylor Swift is shown during the national anthem. The over-under is set at 1.5.
Tough one. At least 1. I don't know.
See, I might take the under on that, and I'll tell you why. Well, I just personally think that they want to show so many people
in the flag
and that they'll show her. They will, and the flag, right? Yeah. Of course, Reba, is going to get a lot of it a lot of the time. They're going to show the coaches. They're going to show Kelsey. They're going to show all these different players, Purdy and McCaffrey. So I wonder. I would say probably I'd lean to the under on that. What do you think? 877-927-6969. 47142 is the text line, and it's wide open. Over under on how many times they're going to show Taylor Swift during the national anthem. It's right now set at 1.5. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding odds. And it gets into a couple different things, and I wasn't kidding. They actually have a list of people that would be her maid of honor, and you can bet on it.
Oh, God.
Abigail Anderson Lucier. I don't know most of these people, so Selena Gomez is on here at plus 500. Blake Lively is on here at plus 600.
What about Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart is on here at plus 100,000. No,
right, cool.
I'm kidding. Best Man is also on here. Of course, brother is minus 1,200. So Jason Kelsey is sitting there. Mahomes is on here plus 1,200, actually, going the opposite way.
And how about Kevin Hart?
Ed Kelsey, is that dad or is that another brother that I don't know about?
Dad.
Is it dad? Okay. Ed Kelsey is plus 1,400, and Jack Jones is plus 5,000.
Crazy.
Here's another one. All right, might as well go through the list since we're here. There's only 2 more on this list. 2 get married by June 1st, 2025.
Okay.
Yes, plus 150. No, minus 200. Boy, that's a ticket you got to hold on to for a while, huh?
I say yes
unless it actually happens, and then it would be that date. And then finally, where will they get married? This is the one that I joked with Teddy about. Yeah. I jokingly said outside the U.S., and the only reason why I said that is because her current tour is outside the U.S.
Sure.
And won't be coming back until sometime later this year. Outside the U.S. had the longest at plus 800. Tennessee plus 250. I don't know why. Why Tennessee? I
think that's where she's from.
Is that why? Okay.
I think.
That's right. Yeah. Well, she was a country music artist before she went pop.
Yeah.
Kansas City plus 300. New York City plus 500. Beverly Hills plus 500. Rhode Island plus 600. There must be a tie there. Maybe the Kelsey's family. Florida plus 600. And then, like I said, outside the U.S. plus 800. That's a list of some prop bets about Taylor Swift that we're out there. To me, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And giggles.
It's really more that than anything else. I'm not trying to piss off the Taylor Swift people out there. If you don't like to hear it, I apologize, but
hey, it's part of the show.
I think it's kind of fun.
It's part of Super Bowl. Really is this year.
Yep.
We're going to look at the NBA lines tonight. Clippers and the Washington Wizards, and the Clippers are laying 11 over Washington. Bulls in Charlotte, and the Bulls laying 5. Detroit, one of the worst teams in the NBA, playing Cleveland. Cleveland, one of the hottest teams.
Woo.
Sacramento
12
on the
and a half.
Heat. Yeah, Sacramento on the Heat. Again, Heat laying 1.5. And in a situation where they've lost 7 in a row, they got to win this game tonight. I don't want to say it's a must-win, but it's pretty much there. Longest losing streak under Coach Spo's regime, so hopefully we break out. Orlando and San Antonio tonight. Orlando laying 5.5. Denver and Oklahoma City. Denver plus 1.5. Oklahoma City giving them points. Minnesota and Dallas. Dallas getting 13. New Orleans and Houston. Houston getting 2. Phoenix and Brooklyn. Where's Brooklyn at? Phoenix playing a good game the other night against the Heat, and now they're in Brooklyn. And then you do have the Milwaukee Bucks taking on Portland, 10.5 there late.
On the road, too.
Yeah, 10.5 on the road. We go back to the main game in the lineup tonight is definitely the Heaters against the Kings. I think this game's very close. I'm hoping that the Kings do not take it away from the Heat again. It just, I don't know. When you're in a losing streak, it just gets to be sometimes worse and worse. And you look at it, you say, how are they going to get over this? I think the Heaters, they're just not playing well as a team right now. They made a big trade with Rozier, and that might be the problem too, where they got to just figure out everybody and get everybody in the right routine. But right now, they are not playing good.
You think this is where they turn it around, though? They're laying 2 against Sacramento at home.
Sacramento's a very good team.
They pick up a win, cover that too. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I would go with Kings.
Yeah.
Kings, Fox is a great dog, and he's just a great guard, and he's an angry dog sometimes when he get out there and he misses a lot of shots, makes a lot of shots. Sacramento's 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games, 9-3 against the spread in the last 12 games against Miami. The Kings do have their number, and I knew that going in. That's why I said for the last 2 days it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I'm praying. I'll be watching the game tonight because I don't like when the Heat lose. And obviously, the one big thing is not only they've lost 7 games, they're 0-7 against the spread the last 7 games. They're just in a losing streak, and when you're not doing well, you need something. So hopefully they can bounce back. Also, Miami is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against the Western Conference. That's where the Kings are, the Western Conference. Miami's 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games played in January. Guess what? Today's the last day of January.
Still January, last we looked.
This is the last day of dry January. I asked before. I said, is this the last day? They're like, yeah, it is. In college basketball, there were some big games last night. St. John's playing Xavier tonight. Northwestern getting 13.5 from Purdue. Northwestern playing a lot better as of late. Some other games that are notable in college basketball, because I just try to go with the games that I think the average person might have some interest in and be like, okay, West Virginia and Cincinnati, Pitt and Wake Forest, Notre Dame, Virginia. Notre Dame, terrible squads this year. Virginia laying 13 to them. Not a good team offensively or defensively. Locally for us, it's the Gators. They're taking on Kentucky. Kentucky laying 6 to the Gators. Kentucky, good freshman team. Good team all around. Gators in a tough spot. I do believe you hear the Gators on 12:30 The Gambler, which we are always on with the Real Radio for the Greek Zone. But the Gators tonight getting 6. We want to look up the matchup a little just to get you guys a little bit of a break and to see where it's going as far as trends go. Where has this series been at? Florida is 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. But Florida's 0-5 against the spread against Kentucky. That's something that I was definitely looking at and seeing and saying, wow, what's going on with this? Because obviously they play each other a lot. But 0-5 against the spread, not a good situation for the Gators. Kentucky is 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games. So Kentucky a little bit might be the side. And Kentucky's 12-6 against the spread in their last 18 games played on a Wednesday. Again, we could break it down to actual days. The thing with trends and different things, I always tell you guys, be careful what you see because you can find a trend for anything. I like looking at them, but I like looking at trends of head-to-head. That's what I really put a vocal point on. Connecticut and Providence tonight. Connecticut laying 13. Penn State, Rutgers laying 6 over them. New Mexico, -11 over Boise. And those are the rest of your college basketball games. NBA, we did look at. The Super Bowl, like I said, you got to go to the Hard Rock app if your guys are going to bet. And, that's where we suggest you go. And right now on the Hard Rock app is the Niners are -2. Little surprised about that. I really am. And like Teddy said, if you want to bet the Chiefs, wait. The Niners, he thinks, is going to come down a little bit. But if you want to bet the Chiefs, he said bet the Chiefs today.
Yeah, bet it now, because if anything, that might change the other way. Sounds like he was saying that some of the wise guy money was coming in on San Fran, and that was lean. So that happens first in something like this with the Super Bowl, where there's 2 weeks out. Typically, those will come in, and then the average Joe will start betting closer to game time, right?
Yeah, that's what usually happens. Again, it can change. Caesars reported today somebody bet $1 million, which I spoke about, and that was on the Niners.
Right.
-120, so he's putting up $1.2 million to get $1 million. And I'm going to say this all the time. It must be nice to be able to put that kind of money in. And remember, when you're betting it there, you got to bring it or wire it. You know what I mean? It's no telephone. You pick it up and say, yeah, I'll talk to you on the 12th. No, you got to have the money up front. And you know what I would be nervous about? And I have had this problem in the past. When I have tickets, like, gambling tickets, I get nervous I'm going to lose them. I really do. Like, I would look at that ticket. I would bet an hour before the game not to lose it, because I always, even at the track, like if I hit, I'm like, where's my ticket? You know what I mean? Like, I just do. I don't know what it is. I put it in my wallet, then I forget. Do I have it? Sometimes I put them in a plastic bag and put them in my freezer. Like, I forget. I'm like, oh my God.
So there's still there's no electronic trace of that wager. It's still done in that particular case at a sports book like that, even regardless of the dollar amount. But in this case, obviously it's very high. It's still a paper ticket.
That's what I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Like even when I went down to Hard Rock last week, and there was 4 teams that I bet, I couldn't find my ticket for like 6 hours. The games didn't start, and it wasn't huge money, but I got nervous. And what I really did was I took the ticket, I put it in my inside jacket.
Right, okay.
I didn't find it until the next day. But it bothered me all day. I'm like, I lost the ticket. Did I lose the ticket?
Because if that's a winner, there's no, it's like lottery.
You're gone.
It's like anything like that. That's the only trail of that wager.
No, it's gone.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it's just something that you have to hold and stuff like that. And it's something that's different than when you're betting in person. Obviously, you get a ticket and you do that before the game, and then they don't cash it out until the after the game. They have to have the results, obviously. But it's one thing that I would worry about. Like if I had a big ticket, holding it.
Yeah, it's,
it's
like
just
a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
It's very serious.
Yeah, it's the same thing as winning one. This one, you don't know if it won or lost, but then it would be the nerves of somebody might have it. I mean, a couple of years ago, I was coming out. Well, actually, it was a couple of years ago. It was a Super Bowl for the 49ers and the Chiefs. Last Super Bowl, I went to 2020, and I came out of a cigar place in Brickell, and some guy who was very crowded bumped into me and hit me because I wasn't paying attention so hard that I fell. And I thought for maybe like 3 or 5 minutes, I thought he pickpocketed me.
Well,
I lost my Super Bowl tickets.
Right.
I've told you the story. But the sweat that came down, because I bought these tickets 2 hours before that from somebody and paid a lot of money, and for 3 other people. I just, again, having a ticket.
Sure.
And that day, 5 minutes later, I found them. I put them in a briefcase, and I had them, thank God. But I remember when I found them, I called the 3 people, and I said, come meet me. I don't want to hold your ticket.
Right. Yeah.
I just didn't want it.
I don't want it anymore, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't. I'm telling you, I panicked.
Bad enough with your own.
Yeah, that's right.
It's bad enough with your own. When it's somebody else's wager or money, I mean, because you got to look at it as if it's a win, right?
Yeah.
So it's equal to money.
Of
and
course.
if it's somebody else's,
Well, if Super Bowl tickets, if I lost them, that was on me.
Yep.
I mean, those guys all paid $1,700, $1,800 a ticket.
Yep.
What do I tell them? Right. I lost it. Sorry. It's on me. And I remember finding it like 5 minutes later. I can't remember another time I panicked because I fell and I'm like, oh my God, I got pickpocketed.
And then even worse, like if those wagers won, I mean, if they were plus money, I mean, it's not just the money that they wagered.
Oh,
you know, right?
You got to go back. You got to give their money back too.
Whatever the winning would be
as
well.
Of course. Yeah. So even if it was a $500 bet and they win, they could have a parlay. You got to give them their $500 back. You can't say, oh, sorry. They don't want to hear that.
Right,
I mean, so yeah, it's one of those things where
I wouldn't want that either.
Oh, no. After that night, I'm telling you, no more will I ever do it. Regular games, different, and everything now since 2020 has changed where everything's electronically, which is a good thing. But that was 2020, and I had 4 Super Bowl tickets, and I really thought I lost them. And I panicked. I really did. I remember sweating, going, oh, my God, I just got pickpocketed. That's what I felt. Because my instinct was to go to the inside because I had like a backpack, and he hit me. It wasn't intentional, just walking fast, and I wasn't paying attention. My backpack,
but you don't know. That's how they do it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's the first
I would think that too.
And my backpack went flying the other way, and it was under a table at the Empire in Brickell. It was a cigar bar, and this girl said to me, like, I didn't realize where it was, and she's like, is that your backpack? And I was like, yeah. And then I opened it up, and I was like, oh, my God. And I called. They said, come get your tickets.
Yeah.
All right, we got
Get over here. I'm not holding this anymore.
No way. We got the Heaters tonight. They're taking on Sacramento, giving 1.5. Hopefully the Heaters can win.
Come on, Heat. Get off that losing train.
Yeah, and again, like Teddy always says, if you haven't been on it, don't jump on it now, but it's tempting. We'll see what happens tonight with the Sacramento Kings. Also, UConn tonight, laying 13. That's another one you got to look at. I do look at the Kings tonight. There's a couple other NBA games that I was looking at, but I think last night we did give you guys a winner, which is always good. We try to do that every day in the Greek Zone before we tie it up and say, okay, we're hitting it out of here, and we're going to wish you guys a great afternoon. The Greek Zone is always sponsored by personal injury lawyer Jason Weiser, my good buddy. The experience you need for the justice you deserve. 561-689-8180. Remember, they can help you with lost wages, medical bills, property damage, wrongful death, and pain and suffering. It is the Greek. Jimmy, you have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Greek, and you as well.
You guys have a good afternoon. Enjoy yourselves. Bet with your head, not over it. Some NBA tonight and college basketball. We gave you both so far. Super Bowl is 2 as of right now on the Hard Rock app. The San Francisco Niners are 2. I believe the over-under is 47.5. I am the Greek. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Penthouse Real Radio. We appreciate that always. And the Greek Zone. Tomorrow, we'll have Rob Vino joining us, another handicapper, talking about the big game. You're going to get inundated with everything with the big game coming at you. And don't forget, another chance tomorrow in the Penthouse to win that 75-inch flat-screen TV. Who doesn't want a TV for the Super Bowl? That is a great way. That's a must for a Super Bowl party. You got to have a TV. It is a Greek wishing everybody a great afternoon. Thanks for listening. And if you're going to get married, marry rich, because it'll probably end, and alimony is perfect. Peace.
Ciao, baby.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station. Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are sunny as we move through our Wednesday. It's a comfortable day as well. Low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-70s out there, right where we're supposed to be for this time of year. We're going to stay in the 70s as we go through the rest of the week, staying mostly sunny as well. Our next rain chance is a cold front that's going to be moving in, bringing us the chance of rainfall on Sunday and into Monday.
This report